We live. Sir Drop, you gonna go ahead and hit it?
Hey, I say the end is just beginning. We gonna need ventilation just to walk the nation, facing elimination. As the plane rotating kinda sideways, we witness avalanches, earthquakes, and tidal waves. I'm talking mass destruction. Mother Earth going to war against her own people. And praying's out of the question. We had our chance to. And everything we read in Revelations is finna come true. I speak in tongues that come from worlds beyond this atmosphere. Writing hieroglyphics, a descendant, building a pyramid with my brain. Like them Egyptians, the core of my mind enables me to travel back in time. You know the body stopped, but the soul will never die. 2,000 years ago, I was here, but in a different life. My force of energy gonna float around till the creator say it's the end of time. What's up with y'all peoples, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's good, guys?
Peace, peace, peace.
What's
Court,
going
what
on?
up? Naughty, what up? Shinobi, what up?
Yo, yo,
Everybody,
yo,
what up?
yeah, yeah, in the house. Mess up
Yo,
Ivan.
yo.
Before we get started on this, I need to give a shout out. This information is I didn't find it. Nadi didn't find it. It was brought to us by Shinobi, so I want to give Shinobi credit. He had put it in the back chat yesterday, and nobody picked up on it. I grabbed it and ran with it a little bit, and we start checking into some stuff. So that's hence the show right now. We feel it's pretty imperative that people, it doesn't matter your worldview, it doesn't matter your political stance, your religious affirmations. There's some stuff going on that you need to be aware of. And what that is Trump openly said, now, I haven't found any legislation of the RFID chip. There is legislation that states are starting to implement it. So Nadi did some homework, and approximately 15 states are implementing this, and some of which have started since 2006 and made revisions all the way up. He openly said on camera that he wants everyone to use their ID to buy groceries. Now, anybody that's been in this long enough knows that they're trying to implement the 2020, which is the national ID by 2020, which, as far as I know, all the states are set up. A couple have pushed through a little bit longer, but I think 2020 is the deadline, hence all the new IDs and all of that. So the question is, and we'll get into more detail, but you got to start asking yourself, they're pushing ID, they're going to make you use your ID to buy groceries. How far do you think the RFID chip in your hand is out from where we are right now? Go ahead, Nadi.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. If you got less than 1 year before that proclamation of the mandatory ID, national ID goes through. If you don't get yourself out of status of being a citizen, no, the door is gonna be locked. It's either you ain't gonna have no other choice. They're gonna force it upon you. So if you don't get ready to organize yourself, thinking everyday life is gonna continue to be every day, you're gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be different. I'm just sorry to tell you, but it's right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, and
Hey,
and I
my
want to
thing
if you
is,
sign up if you sign up for the ID, the mandatory ID, and you go and get that mandatory ID, you automatically just sign under their rule of thumb, where they
so
will implement the RFID chip. You must take it.
all right, hey Nadi, do you
Yeah.
know about is it called what, the Moore's Law or whatever? If you don't take the ID card, right? If you don't get a identification card, right? Can you go to court and say, y'all don't govern me? Is it that easy? That's what I'm asking.
No, it's not that easy. You got to take the necessary requirements to do this, which is go down, take your birth certificate down to the capital of your state, go to the Secretary of State office, go in and get your birth certificate authenticated. Inside that same office within the state attorney building, the Secretary of State building, you go and get your name um, um, trademarked in that same room. The same room you get your birth certificate authenticated is the same room you get your trademark. After that, you want to get the name authenticate, the birth certificate authenticated from the United States government. If you do it by mail, it can take 8 weeks, and if you don't fill it out right, you'll be denied. So the best option is save a bus ticket, a round trip bus ticket in a motel room, and go and get it done immediately, right there within 24 hours. They're gonna ask some questions. You can get in touch with one of my brethren. They'll get in touch with me. I can show you how to get it immediately. As soon as you get that, put it in the newspaper. As soon as you get these papers, you want to go ahead and open up your own file with the court. You want to put it in as put it under the court documents, court records. It's called court records. You want to put it in court records. What you're doing, you're making a file for yourself or for the straw man. You want to build a schedule of fee for anyone outside of your. Get with my brethren in, but I'm gonna tell you what you want to do. Build a schedule of fee. Go and find out what a schedule of fee is. Do some research on your own. Put that inside the court of records. Get all of these papers. You want all these papers stamped by a notary public. You want everything you done. You go and get. You want it stamped by a notary. You want to get a schedule of fee. You want your schedule of fee stamped by a notary. You want an affidavit of truth. You want it stamped by a notary. And you also want a notice of depatriation. Depatriation. This is the letter you want. You want to build this letter up where you coming out of the Patriot Act. You under organic law. You placed yourself under organic slavery. So you have the ability to do that, but you have to make it known. If you don't make it known, you are a citizen. You assume under assumption of presumption that you are an American citizen. So if you any citizen, you're a citizen, period. So you have to go and, I know everyone have to work. But what's more important, you and your children's life, you want to do this for your children too. If they under 18, you want to do it. You want to trademark them name. You want to get them birth certificate authenticated. So if you want your generation to thrive from where you are from here on out, you have to pull everyone in on this paperwork because the paperwork matters. It matters because they already have you under paperwork.
So express your sentiments on the importance of having that paperwork as to people that do not have it. Why is it so critical now at this moment?
Right now, you only have like a less than a year before they go and make it where you can't do it.
What they're going to do is if you have a household and you have dogs and you want to feed them a certain kind of food, you're their keeper. You dictate what kind of food you're going to give those dogs. Now, when a dog, and I know I'm using animals, but you'll get the gist of it. If a dog gets up one day and says, hey, owner guy, thank you, but I don't need your shit no more. I'm going to go get my own food. They have that right. It's the same thing. You fall under the authority of the United States government because they're a corporation, and you are an employee of that government because of your paperwork. So being a full-time employee that you don't even know you are, if they tell you you're going to get a vaccination, you will get one. If they tell you they're going to put this chip in your hand, you will get one. because they have control over you. You gave it to them, but didn't know it. The paperwork tells the government, thank you, but no thank you. I'll take care of myself and my own. And they have to because you're no longer under their contractual agreement. If I sign a contract with Nadi and I say, Nadi, you owe me $10, and he says, yes, court, and I give him $10, but only one of us signed the contract, it's null and void. If both of us sign the contract, we have to come to an agreement. The problem is the government never told you about this. There was no not discernment. Come on, Nadi, help me with that word.
Once your parents
one world, what up? One world.
Bless up, one world. Bless up, bless up. Hey, once your parents received a certificate from the government, once they had a social security number, that made them government employees, Fed employees. The only way they was able to get a birth certificate for you because they had to be a federal employee of the court to receive this. For them to be, they was already under the citizenry. So whatever they own or they feel like they own, the government actually owns it and gave them a receipt. So now you're really owned. Hear what I'm saying? You're owned. I don't know why people don't want to make that word so small, but you're owned.
Because no, I'm not owned. They say they own me, but I'm looking at them like you don't. Listen.
But here's the problem, Drop. You never went and told them that they were wrong. So through assumption, they assume that you agree with them.
But court, I don't care what they think. Once you wake all the way up, you know how to tiptoe out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? They say they own me. They say that's my name. They say that's my social security number. Then I say, I agree with y'all on what y'all say. I say, I ain't that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the problem. Without the proper paperwork, do you honestly think the thugs that are going to come into your door to enforce this are going to go, oh, we're sorry. They don't know what the hell's going on. You got to have proper paperwork.
That was facts.
Hold on. Now, I give you an example right now. The people that they supposedly just killed in Houston the other day, they said that someone gave them word that the people were selling heroin out of there. The people wasn't selling heroin. The dude was a fucking honorable vet. His wife was, it was a white couple. The dude said the police that came to their house didn't have no uniform. They were in plain clothes coming to serve a kick door warrant on a tip that they got that wasn't real. When they came in, the first thing they did is shot the dude dog. The wife tried to grab one of the guns, trying to protect her home, grabbed one of the guns from the dude, and the other dude shot the wife in the head. The dude seen that, grabbed his gun and started busting and shooting the cops. No, they ain't asked him for a fucking thing. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance at all.
If he would have had paperwork in there, because those laws only apply to the employees of the government. What you're doing is saying, I am not your employee. So therefore, there is no law against you having heroin. If you want to have heroin, crack, and meth, they can't do anything about it. The only time they can enforce those laws, or statutes actually, is when you're under their care, their authority. Paperwork, they own you. You are owned. Your kids are owned by them. They have authority over you.
If that thing was real or if it wasn't real, they just told you what power they have over you. They just told you that. If it's real or if it's not. If it happened or if it ain't happened. They just told you, yo, this is what we can do to you. Look at it. Watch it good. And we're going to burn down your house.
We've seen plenty of cases, Ruby Ridge, Waco. It astounds me when people say, no, you're not going to do anything. That's the fact of the matter. You can say whatever you want. They won't give you time. They're not going to come knock on your door and say, excuse me, sir, do you have proper paperwork to prove that? No. Your whole family gets murdered because, oops, we slipped. Our bad. Let's say that story is true, which I don't believe at all. But let's say that story is true, what he's talking about in Houston. Do we get to start over, reset the game? They get to come back and we go, oops? No. If it was real, those people are dead. So when people talk that gibberish about, I will tell them, no, the fact of the matter is, you won't tell them anything. What you will do if you're trying to save your ass is go down and do the proper paperwork to tell them. You tell them before bullets are flying. Hey, I'm not your guy.
Watch it. Another thing, the neighbor sitting there videotaping it on a phone. They're showing you that someone watching you, an honest person, a good-hearted person, ain't doing nothing, being invaded by someone and they ain't gonna come out to help you. We're not helping each other. We sitting in the background, scared to, don't know who we are, what we are, and who we against. Them same people would kill the people next door to you and then turn around and come get you too. The same within right after each other. Bam, 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 bam. House after house. They'll do it.
And to put
and
it
everybody
on
be sitting there watching.
Even a simpler real life thing that happened, and this is just simplistic crap. Cops chasing a bad guy jumps a fence. Cop jumps fence with bad guy, private property. The owner of the home has his dog in the backyard. Cop gets scared, kills dog, keeps booking. Guy comes home, my dog's dead, calls the cops. Dude never lost his job, never missed a day's worth of pay, and the owner never get. It was a police business. Oops, sorry, our bad. Killed his fucking dog. They didn't reprimand the guy or nothing. Hey, we're chasing a bad guy. We don't care about the laws. So you think in a situation where martial law or New World Order, depopulate, call it what you want, you think when the monkeys show up at your door, they're going to ask you questions and make sure they got the right house? Hell no. You're another statistic.
Way cool out here, man. I don't know what the fuck going on. What y'all do? What y'all do to the people to make the people turn down the AC like this? What the fuck going on? Y'all make them man like, Any questions? Any questions is not what?
Hey, guess what? Let's talk about this, man. Let's change the whole narrative. And I'm gonna let
Let's change the whole narrative. What we changing it to, sir?
No, I'm asking you, Knowledge.
Well, hold on. I want to holler at One World. I see One World came in. What's up, One World? Shinobi, what up?
Shinobi, you got any questions?
I want to hear them brothers build for a minute. They just came up in here.
You got any input on that?
I mean, I did say a couple things, but I got these fucked up headphones, and so I thought you guys were hearing me. But
I can hear you good, brother. You good? You good?
Yeah. Okay. I unplugged them now, but yeah. I mean, shit, man. I'm for real. I'm just trying to soak in what Naughty and Court are saying because they're like basically the OGs in this realm of knowledge. You know what I mean? As far as the legalese, the knowing your real rights or your natural born rights and shit like that. So me personally, I really don't have anything to add to that other than, I guess the confusing thing for me is like, it almost seems like paperwork is worthless because like when it comes to that type of shit, man, they're not going to give a fuck if they're going to that extreme, like they're not going to care if you got fucking paper or not.
Where it's going to benefit Shinobi is while we are in some semblance of a civilized society. Now, if they're going to force you to get a chip, you can say, no, I got paperwork. Thank you very much. If they tell you got to have a national ID, you can say, no, thank you. If they push this, which I do believe it's coming, one, you're going to start acting free.
One World, I see you, brother. What you out there doing, man? You out there getting that work in?
Yeah, we're probably all. I know a couple of us are out here working today.
Nah, me ain't working today. I'm sitting in this cold car trying to talk to you guys.
I'm trying to multitask here. I usually don't work on Saturdays, but you already know the weather's been fucked up.
Yeah, you got to get it in when you
Anybody in the know? Yes, and there are opportunities, and then spirit comes into this as well. I'm not negating any of that. What I'm saying is it's a first step of you protecting yourself, and then we keep building, keep learning. You know, you have about 72 hours when shit hits the fan to get the hell out of Dodge. They're going to be going door to door in the cities, not the place you want to be. And I know every circumstance is different, but this is a start for you to take back your freedom.
I see what you mean. I definitely don't disagree with it. That's the problem I had with it before, but like you guys put it in a different way and context than a lot of other people.
All we're doing is going back to where we should have been to begin with. They've created such a shitstorm for everybody that's all we know. If you grow up and all you know is war, and somebody comes to you and says we're going to end the war, you will have every excuse of why it's necessary because that's all you know. You've never lived without war. Then you go to somebody that's never been to war or lived with war and tell them, hey, we need to go to war. They'll give you every excuse why it's not necessary. We are kind of in the middle. We've been lied to with some truths from birth, where most of us are in our middle somewhere, 30s, 40s, somewhere in there, give or take. And we're halfway into this going, okay, they lied here. We need to make changes. And I just want to go back to where we should be to begin with. You're not taking nothing from nobody. All you're asking is not to have shit taken from you. Okay, I worked for that. It's mine. It's my body. Those are my children, not yours.
What they did is occupy the land and did it under paperwork. They occupy you a part of the land, so it's like they don't see you as an individual. They see you as part of their occupation. So if you don't show your paperwork as getting you out of their occupation in their own act, make it known. You have to make it known that you are. You see the type of work you're doing right now, whatever you're doing there, Shinobi, it has to be known to the people that you are a serviceman for the people. For it's complicated. All right, say from 1936 is when they came and pulled this wool over our eyes. And ever since 1936, where you was able to get a social security number and a birth certificate and them thing there, is where they went into the game of ownership. So your parents not knowing volunteered to sign you up. Then they came out with a law where if you're using that name for anything, but after the age of 5, some places 7, but it's 5, it's actually 5. If you're using that name and don't have that name, what I just say,
copyrighted.
Copyrighted, but or the other word was cheese and bread. I don't have nothing. No, I don't have nothing in front of me right now. So, but I'm kind of cold. Well, a logo, like you do a logo.
Trademark.
Trademark. Yeah. Thanks. If you don't get your name, if you don't have that name trademark by the age of 5 years old, you're actually committing a federal criminal offense that can lock you up indefinitely without any court or anything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look it up.
Mizrael just said it perfectly. He said it's like an employee cannot act out or question authority, and you have to abide by the rules and policies. Yes, it's like working at Walmart. They are the ones that make policy and rules, and you have to follow them as an employee. Now, here's the thing. When you leave Walmart, you don't follow those rules anymore because you're not there anymore. The problem is as a citizen, think as the citizen, as Walmart, what do you go out to? That's what Nadi's teaching you is you come out of that. It's a mind building instead of a physical building. If you want to do commerce, you can jump back into it. When you're done doing commerce, which is money, then you say, okay, I'm back to being free again. I followed the rules while I was in commerce. I'm not doing commerce, so I'm going back to natural law.
And you never give them jurisdiction over you. At any time you can choose to do business or not do business. So you go and make yourself the controller of the business, your name. Make yourself the controller of that business, and that business can do business with whoever they want to do business with at any time, and can choose to come out of that. You can choose not to do business at any time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're just controlling it. You're not the business itself. You're just controlling it. All that bullshit about what's the guy name for Enron? His name?
What is it?
Enron. Remember? I remember Enron.
I don't even know his name, man.
Oh.
But you know who I'm talking about, right?
Enron?
Yeah, Enron that was in Houston. That when they bust, everything went down. You don't remember that? The bubble. That's what fucked up the bubble. Jacked up the bubble. The American Dream.
You'll have to elaborate on that.
Enron was an energy company in Houston.
Oh. What?
And
okay.
Bernie Madoff.
Kenneth Lay. Wasn't it Kenneth Lay? Oh, not Kenneth
No,
Lay.
it's Bernie Madoff.
Bernie. Oh, okay. And he partner the next one. The one that come in after he leave.
Oh, it's Bernie Madoff, and it was the other guy. Damn, what's his name?
Not Rod Blagojevich or whatever.
No, I know who you're talking about.
And the funny part is like other people teach you in the Enron scandal, Bernie made off with your money. Get it? Ha ha ha.
But check it no. Them man that didn't go to prison and all that. That was a big sham. Because they wasn't the business. Any man that knows business on the basic format of business, I don't own this business. It's a shit. We have shareholders. We have investors. Investors own the business. You can't, and all of them just beneficiaries. An investor is a beneficiary. Investors can't be held accountable.
This is why, if you guys notice, the elite never go to jail. And here's why. They know the very thing he's telling you. When there's a big scam, the business gets in trouble, the straw man. They just claim their freedom and their sovereignty and walk away from it. Now they tell the people they went to jail and show you in a jumpsuit. They don't go into no freaking jail because they were doing the scam in business. The business gets fined or in trouble.
So you're telling me like that Tekashi 6ix9ine and shit? I don't know.
Yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine doesn't know who he is, so they can take you down, but they can play it any way they want. When you go to court, they can say, "Oh, Tekashi 6ix9ine did this,
One
this,
World,
and this."
what's
and
your
then
thoughts on the situation, One World? I want to hear One World. He's been in here for a minute.
I think he's working.
PP family.
Yeah, we hear you, brother. We hear you good.
Yes, I bless up.
Come on in, man.
Nah, well, you know, I'm still at work. You know, I'm just chiming in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a rat. You know what I'm saying?
We just came in. He snitched on everybody. The day before yesterday, he snitched on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because see, he was never that dude. He's somebody who
he was
the streets.
He was a
the streets saw him. The streets saw him on a come up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on SoundCloud with the other motherfuckers that was coming up. So when he lost that group, the streets took him on and said, "Don't worry about it. We be your back." And now he got caught for the whole shit. He ain't no gangster.
Hell no.
That motherfucker not gangster. Not at all.
No.
Not at all. But y'all go ahead. I'm trying to wrap up on this job so I can get the fuck out of here and shit. Fucking had to come in and make some Saturday money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, bro.
Don't mind me, but
Saturday money for the Sunday bills.
You know what I mean? Give me about an hour. I should be home. I'll be, you know what I'm saying, at least out the train. Then I'll be ready to kick it up. Right now, I'm just sitting in the back listening.
Soak up this info.
Huh? Always.
All right.
Yeah, do your thing. I'm still listening.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
So I would say too. Go ahead, Natalie.
No, go on, bro.
No, I insist, my friend. Go ahead.
The people say we just now starting this thing. Say drop, you just know you the first one to get this started in your family. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't read stars. I can't tell you when it's dropping on us. But you need to start from here to teach this and implement it in your family. So about time it do come around, all of your thing has kingmanship on the land. All of your seed has kingmanship on the land. So if it ain't gonna just affect you right now, you have to look for your children and your children's children. You understand what I'm showing you? I just tell you, that man said they can lock you away at the age of 5 years old if you don't have your name trademarked. This is in their law. If you're using a name, so listen how they play it. So if you go and put your baby in daycare, or first grade, or whatever grade them is at 5, 6 years old, and you using a birth certificate and the social security card them have for your child, and your child using that as their name, they could come to that school and go with your child because your child using a name they have no permission to use. Five.
Probably use some shit like that on you if you were pissing them off or on the radar somehow, huh?
Man, they have the ability to drop that on everyone. Not just
I'm just saying they're not necessarily implementing it like on the regular. That's something they probably reserve.
Why would they make this law in that way for only a certain sect of people?
That was deep, Naughty. What's up, Gary? Hey, can I ask y'all a question, man? Do y'all think
I'll be right back.
The lighter skin, like let me say white people, but I don't look at white and black like that. But I'm saying
drop. We're good with it. Just put it out there, bro.
Do they have an advantage from birth over other nationalities?
Paperwork wise, no.
No, I ain't talking about paperwork. I'm talking about in general life when you're born and when other people are born from start. That's go. Boom. Is there an advantage? Because everybody woke. We all understand that, but it's some type of structure that's been some type of power structure where it's so concrete that we can't ignore it. Now, I want to ask somebody, is there an advantage, or is it just unity amongst Caucasians, or is it wealth that was brought before, or was it they just work motherfucking harder? I don't know. And that's the monkey in the room I'm dealing with. You dig what I'm saying?
From my perspective, Drop, to be honest with you, and I can only speak from my experience, and especially knowing what I know, what Nadi's taught me of what we're claiming to be the real truth, and a lot of people have gotten into it. I don't know if it's real, but it makes more sense than the crap I was taught in school. If the whites were brought over here in the beginning as the slaves and all the copper colored people were the originals, it makes complete sense because they're going to protect the whites because that's their true slaves, and they want to get rid of the originals because the originals have the right to the land. So that would make sense why they do what they do.
Today, Court, I'm talking about today. If you have
I think it's still continuing, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
still
deep.
continuing. It never stopped. And so then on top of that, that may be the root of it, but to really ingrain it in people's head, let's use race, let's use neighborhood, let's use car, let's use anything to keep the two separated. They don't want the two coming together, knowing what's going on and going, wow, bro, that's some deep shit. All right, now what do we do? How do we take this back? As long as the people are confused and divided, they win. And this has been going on. If you go back, let's even just go back a skip into the 1800s. That's a long time ago, man, but it's not that long ago. Us, the little people, think of what are we going to do next week? These people think in generations, if not centuries. So that's why they're so far ahead of us, not because they're smarter. It's they're thinking that far ahead. So I think that's what it is. I mean, take the race thing out of it. Do you think rich people have it easier than poor people? Do you think that same question applies? Why is it any sect that you go to, that same shit applies? It has to come from the same source.
What I think, Court, is it's by design, right? And it's
Yes.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate that y'all got to be the customer service to it. Like we're gonna give a little bit of advantages to this, but y'all not saying give us advantages. No, we're gonna sway it this way to cause envy that way to
Yes.
divide. That's how they do it. So if somebody eating and somebody not, the person that's not eating gonna look at the person that's eating like, hold up, I made that food and you get more than me. So that's how, now this is how they divide it now. But y'all
Yes.
didn't do it, and we didn't do it.
Exactly. You are going to act the way you were raised. Go back to your example. I like that analogy. The cook is only cooking because they were taught to cook. The eater is only eating because he was taught to eat. They never got together and really learned about each other. But yes, there's animosity from the cook going, wait a minute, I cook that dude's food and he's eating more than me. The dude eating's like, bro, you're the cook. What do you want from me? Go get your own. That's what we've been taught until you start to sit down and talk. The cook starts talking with the eater and they're going, wait a minute, that's how you feel? Well, I didn't know. Oh, shit, we got a problem here.
Hey, check it out. What Trump said right now.
Interesting.
What Trump said. He just said, Court. He said, to be a citizen, to buy food from any place or any of them things, you're gonna have to get your RFID check. Didn't he say something like that?
No, he said that the ID, national ID, which is going to be implemented by the end of 2020, all 50 states have to implement it.
For U.S. citizens, right?
Yes.
Who said this?
Trump.
Gary, that's Gary Ann. Gary, what's up,
Yep.
man? Welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, Chief? Who said this?
Trump.
No, explain your avatar right quick, Gary, and then ask that question.
I did. I just want to ask a question. Who said this?
Yeah, Gary just came in. They said Trump said this. They said Donald Trump said this.
Okay, and that's supposed to happen how?
Trump said that he feels the best way to deal with the illegal immigration problem is all citizens need to show their ID to buy groceries because that would solve the problem. Basically, if you don't have an ID, that means you're not a citizen. You don't eat, you'll leave. He's implying that. He didn't say verbatim. What we're saying is on the law books, every state has to comply by 2020 to have the real ID. The thing
No.
after the
No. The government can't just force things upon the people. We have the right to actually go and repeal anything that, you know, there's means in order where people can say, no, this isn't happening.
Then what are those means?
Well, there's many ways you can. That's why we have representatives from each state. Our representatives.
Well, no. But here's my problem, Gary. If you need to renew your let's say tomorrow you're going to renew your license, and you live in one of the states that have already implemented it. If you don't want a real ID, you won't get a license. They won't give you one anymore. Then what?
What you mean a
Man,
real
what
ID?
the fuck is that avatar, Gary? Quit playing games. I asked you like 20 times. What is the avatar?
What do you?
Your picture. What is
It's
that?
a statue of an angel with her wings.
It's a weeping angel from Doctor Who.
Man. All right, thank you.
Look it up. Just put in Weeping
No,
Angel and
that's
Doctor Who,
dope,
and
man. I just always thought it was some weird shit, some spooky ass shit. All right, thank you. All right, y'all can
yeah,
finish talking.
it's
My
meant to
fault.
be.
But I asked you
I
like 5
understand.
times, and you ain't never answered. But
I
go
did.
ahead.
I told you. It was a Weeping Angel.
Oh, my fault. I was probably drinking or something. My bad.
No, he said, take off your avatar. Take it off. Take it off.
Take it off.
I
haven't
don't
changed
see a
my
weeping
I haven't changed
angel
my
at all,
avatar in
bro.
a long time. I can change
If
it to
I
a
told
different kind of
somebody,
Weeping Angel.
listen, bro. If I told somebody that's a weeping angel, they're gonna be like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck is you talking about?"
No, a lot of people. It's
I
more
don't
popular in
see
the
nothing.
UK. It's more popular in the UK than it is in America. So I would
No,
say
I'm
that.
saying if I never saw the picture and never heard of it, and I'm foreign to it, and I look at it, I ain't gonna be like, "That's an angel." Fuck out of
Right.
here! You're not gonna just do that to me. Like I'm real smart, man. So what is it for real? If you don't
It's
know
a.
what it is for real, I'll figure it out, and I'll tell you what that fucking shit is. If you
I
ain't
just.
gonna do the research, it's not no damn weeping angel.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it
All right,
is.
all right. Watch me figure it out for you then. Next week, I'm gonna tell y'all what his avatar is. Fuck it, man.
Okay.
God damn.
Okay. Good luck with that. Somebody, please Google it for the man.
No, but here's my question for you, Gary. There, and I'm going to pull it up right now, so I'm not just talking in paraphrasing. There is something they call the Real ID Act, which actually was signed, and by 2020, all the states have to give out Real ID. And I get where you're coming from. You have representatives, you can contest it. I get that. Here's how it is though. Right now, if you go to renew or get a driver's license, you are getting the new Real ID Act. And my son has it. He only got an
Well,
ID. He didn't get his DL. Well, here's the thing: if you deny it, you don't get one. That's it. Okay, you don't want it, you don't get it. Fine. Have a good day. Now what?
hold on. Well, this is the thing. There's each state determines what's on the driver's license. They make the driver's license. The requirements
No,
are
no,
based
no.
on them. So I'm not
Okay,
understanding.
but here's my
It's called
thing.
a national ID. It's not called a real
I don't.
ID. It's
There's no
not
such
called a
thing as a
state
natural.
ID.
No, no,
There's no
not
such
It's a
it.
thing as a
national.
national ID. There's no
Watch
such
it,
thing as a
watch it,
national
watch it,
ID.
watch it. By year 2030, the whole world have to be under this ID per UN nation code.
The only thing I guess you can say is kind of a national ID would be a passport, and you're not required to have a passport unless you're really
No,
traveling.
they passed a bill called the Real ID Act for America. You have
For
to be under it
citizen.
by 2020. If you
What does it
do
mean?
not accept it, then you don't get one. So if I have a job and I got to be to work on Monday, and I went to my DMV today and said, "Hey, my driver's license expired today. I need to get it, renew it." They're going to say, "Here's your new Real ID." And I say, "Well, I don't want that. I just want the regular ID. I don't want the one with the RFID chip in it." And they're going to say, "Well, we apologize, then you don't get one." So now how do I go to work? I don't have time to go to Congress and talk to them. I'm going to be driving illegally without a driver's license.
Well,
And
first of
they
all,
hold
once
up,
again,
Gary. Hold
if
up,
you
Gary.
notice
And they,
when you get a
hold
state
up,
ID, it literally has the state name, seal, and all that on there.
Gary.
All IDs are manufactured differently, and they're done by the state. They have state codes and everything else. It only works within that state system. You literally have to call the state to verify the information because it's not even shared between states.
Now here's how they're gonna do it, Gary. Just exactly what he said. Remember the
Chewy,
selective
what
service,
up?
right? Remember the selective service? Like if
Michael,
you
what up?
ain't signed the selective service by the time you was 26, you couldn't sign the selective service. So what that did was after 26, you couldn't even sign it, and you couldn't get no financial aid to go to school. You couldn't get nothing if you ain't signed that selective service. Now the selective service,
Wait, no, that's not what selective service is. They send it out to males, only males, once you hit
right?
18. It's mailed
No,
directly
and
to
after
your last known
26,
address.
listen, after you 26 years old, if you didn't sign it, you get no financial aid. You get no government, nothing. You get none.
You don't have to sign it. They're just
Yeah,
letting
you
you
do.
know.
Hey, he right, man. Because my pops told me that shit when I turned 18. That's how I know he right.
I don't
They
even know
send it
why
directly.
Gary.
They
Hey,
send it
listen, Gary,
directly to
man,
you as soon
back
as you turn
in, bro.
18. That's
Slack.
telling it. All it tells
Listen,
you when
bro.
you
I
no.
only
I
tell
already
you what I
hold on.
know.
Listen.
I
I've
only tell
already
you what I know, bro. I ain't gonna speculate this shit. I
Doc,
went through it,
when
you
they
dummy.
send it to you, the
All right.
information I've done selective service, already did it. All they're telling you when they send it to you is that you're already signed up.
But it
It
might
is
be
your
different from
it
state to
is
state, though.
your
Yo, isn't it the only? Isn't
responsibility.
it only
It
the?
is your responsibility to keep your information updated
Let me tell
with
you what selective service
service.
Isn't it
is.
only
You
the
do not
oldest
have
male
to
of the
sign
family?
up
Ain't
for
it
Hold
it.
on,
only the
right
oldest
quick.
son?
I gotta
Isn't
I
it
tell him
ain't
only
what
the
he
supposed to hear
said.
firstborn son?
anybody when everybody's talking over
All right,
everybody.
hold up, Court, because I'm trying to talk. Now listen. Now selective service is when you sign up to be
You
drafted
don't
to
sign
the
up.
army. Shut your
You
dumb ass
don't
up. You
sign
don't even
up.
know what it is, bro. So shut
How
up.
the hell do you think I'm not a
Selective
man on here
service.
thinking you did not send
Selective
that shit to
service
me?
is if they propose a draft. That's why it's only for the males. You was right on that. I'm telling you, after you 26 years old, you can't sign it, and you can't get
You
financial
don't
aid.
listen. You
Man, let
don't
me mute
have
my mic,
to
man. You
sign.
always fuck
You
my
don't
highest,
have to
dog.
sign. Yeah, you don't have to sign selective service. You're already signed up. All they're telling you is you must keep your information with them updated.
Now, if
You
you
don't
try to go to
volunteer
college,
for
listen, Gary.
selective service.
Listen, Gary. If you try to get financial aid, right, and you wasn't locked up or nothing, and you didn't sign the selective service shit, you cannot get financial aid. Do you understand what
You
I'm
don't
telling you?
listen.
You
You don't
retarded
have
as
to.
fuck, dude.
You don't have to
I'm done,
sign
bro.
up for selective
You
service.
fucked up
You're
$100.
already. You're
All
not
right, bro.
listening.
Brothers,
All you're
brothers,
doing is
calm down.
repeating what
Trigger,
you
what's
said.
up?
You don't
Trigger,
have to
what
sign
up?
up.
Yo,
Who the hell told you
Huey,
you
what
got to
up? What
sign
up?
up
What
for
up,
selective
sir?
service?
The
Sir, Gary.
motherfuckers when I tried to go to school and they said you didn't sign the selective service. And I was like, what's that? Let me sign it. They said you're older than 26. It's too late. Them motherfuckers. So
You
what
don't
everything you talking is retarded to me.
listen.
Man,
You
shut your
don't.
dumb ass up,
You
man.
don't have to
All right,
sign up
fuck it,
for
man.
selective service.
Hey, Sir
When you
Drop, don't
join the
even let it
army,
get to you, bro.
that's
He don't know
signing up to
he
be in
don't
the
even know
army.
what you saying, bro. That's why he responding like that. He don't even know what
No,
you saying, bro.
selective
So leave
service.
him alone,
The
bro.
draft is not voluntary.
Let Trigger explain his premise. Let Trigger give his position. Go ahead, Trigger.
And this is how I feel about it. Selective service is exactly what Sir Drop said. And what Gary is not hearing what he's saying is simple, bro. Like he's basically he didn't say that you had to sign up for selective service, but you keep saying that. He's saying that if you don't sign up for selective service, you are automatically not of the people that can get financial assistance. That's what he's saying. So he's saying that it's important that you do so. If
Trigger,
you do look, bro. I mean,
Trigger. I heard
bro.
him. This is the problem. Let me help you out. Selective service is not voluntary. You don't volunteer for selective service. That is when they're forcing people to come and defend the country. You don't sign up for it. It's not a
That's not
sign
what he said. He didn't even say that. So why are you even explaining that? That's not what he
because
said.
he says if you don't sign the paper, it don't require you to sign any paper. It's not voluntary.
Listen,
when they
man,
do the draft,
listen,
they're not
bro.
asking
Listen.
you to come serve. They're telling
You're not
you
listening to the full response, bro. Like you only hearing a piece of what he's saying and then wanting to respond. That's what a lot of us be talking about when people listen to respond instead of listening to understand.
Listen to you. If it's not voluntary, what the fuck does it matter if you sign something? You're going to get drafted.
What did he say? He said 5 damn times, Gary. He said 5 damn times that if you do not sign up for selective service, you are automatically not getting financial motherfucking aid. That means through college. That means through any way.
Right. So listen to what you said. If you don't sign up for selective aid, you do not have to sign up.
I didn't say shit about selective aid. I said selective service.
Selective service. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You do not have to sign up for selective service.
All right, show me one motherfucker that. Show me. This how I'm shut all of this up. Show me one motherfucker who did not sign up for selective service and receive financial aid.
You don't sign up for selective service. I don't know why.
How you gonna tell me you don't when I did it when I was 18, bro? Stop talking, bro. Like I signed up for selective service when I was 18, B. Like you not listening.
This shit here is so fucking. I signed up for selective service. No, when you turn 18, they let you know that you are able to be drafted. That service is called selective service, which means they will select you to fight in the army. You do not have a fucking.
Listen, boy. You talking about drafting and selective service.
In jail.
You talking about drafting and selective service.
Sign up to go be be drafted, you get
Hey,
drafted. It's
Gary,
not
you
Oh my
right.
voluntary.
God,
You
Gary,
bro.
don't
He
have to
don't
sign no
understand. He
papers.
don't know
None
what
of
the
that
fuck.
shit.
He don't
no,
think it's two different types of drafts, Sir Drop. He don't think it's two different types of drafts,
no,
bro.
All
He
right,
no,
think it's
guys,
one type, bro.
check
no.
this
Hold
out.
up,
Check
Court.
this
Let
out.
me
Check
say
this
this
out.
right quick. Court,
I know. Drop. Hold up.
kill,
Gary
man.
is about the laws. That's fine. I pulled up the Real ID Act that doesn't exist in Texas. A Texas driver's license card and identification cards are currently acceptable to use for the Real ID purposes. Blah, 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 blah. Will be accepted up until October 1st of 2020. This is the state of Texas through the Department of Public Safety, DPS. It's on the government website. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the last one where it's important. Texas residents holding, and this is before October 1st of 2020, Texas residents, and this was a federal law, not a state law, Gary. Texas residents holding a non-compliant card after October 1st, 2020, will not be able to board domestic flights or access federal buildings without secondary proof of identification approved by the DHS.
Okay, and
Well, you just said the feds can't do that. It's upon the state.
the
They just
feds
did.
can't do what?
Fucking mic drop, man. This man ain't trying to understand y'all. He ain't
What the
trying to
hell are you
understand y'all.
talking about? He
Now
ain't said
listen,
shit.
man,
All
shut
he
your
said.
bitch ass up. Now listen, after 2020, you can't even do it, is what he's telling you. That's what brought up the selective service. After 26 years old, you can't do it. He's saying after 2020, if you don't get this ID, you can't get one, and you will not be able to access buildings.
Federal buildings.
It's a building. Fuck all that shit you talk. Man, you keep. All right,
That's
just
any
listen, Gary.
building.
Man, that's that knit
Pretty
patty
thing.
whack shit, man. Get
No,
the fuck
just
out of here
pretty
with that.
thing, Gary. You got to keep your mind open because
Did it say any building or did it say federal building?
All right, federal building. Is it building? Is it buildings or not,
Forget
Gary?
the building.
What
Let's
you
do
think
it.
gonna happen when you gotta go to court?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's do it
Yeah, go ahead.
And it
simplistic.
didn't even
Here's
say
the
you
part.
can't enter the building. It just said you
Wait,
had to have secondary ID
Hold on.
approved.
Let me break something
First of
down so
all-
you can understand. Hold on. When you have a grocery store and your grocery store is you got a big safe in there. Anytime you can have $250,000 in there, and the Brinks truck come in there and get your money, the federal government has your building under their control because they insure that money. So that is a federal building. So every establishment, pretty much every establishment, unless it's privately owned,
What is this ID
is a
called?
federal building. The fuck? Come on, man. What you
Man,
fighting? Stop
Hey,
fighting.
y'all
Stop
quit
fighting.
beating Gary up, man. We can change the
Well, hold
narrative.
on. Listen,
Drop the
what's this
mic,
ID
man.
law called?
Drop the mic and do
It's
it.
called the Real ID Act.
Real ID. Hold on.
It's over with, Gary. Look it up. I'm so glad you opened the looking shit up, and I'm glad, bro.
And Gary, listen, brother. It's not about we're right, you're wrong. What I'm trying, and all of us are trying to emphasize here. I know you're going to say with a secondary, they're basically telling you can't call American Airlines and set up a plane travel unless you have this new card. Says who? Why? What's wrong with my old one? It's more of their bullshit and rhetoric to control the people. So then you're going to get the Real ID card. Then they're going to implement the chip because it's so much safer, and the people are going to be the good little monkeys and go along with that shit. Before you know it, we're all chipped up, living in our little studio apartments because that's where they put us, and there ain't damn thing we can do about it.
You know the agenda of it, at court. The agenda of it is a cashless society. This is why
Society, I know exactly what it's for, but I didn't want to go there. If I can get Gary to look up the Real ID Act, shit, I'm in one step ahead.
Hey, and why you think they own the aircraft? The aircraft say American Airlines or Delta, but it's owned because it goes in federal space. You understand? So once it reach a certain height, it's federally controlled. So even if once it reached that height, you got to go and sign the contract.
You're in
to
federal
be under that
airspace.
umbrella.
Yes.
So when they come down off the ground, that's why federal agents can come on and check the plane and empty.
Hence, you need clearance through the FAA, the Federal Aviation.
Yeah,
not the city. It's F stands for the federal. They own that airspace, or in control of it, I should say.
Hey, did you know the federal bank has nothing to do with the federal government? That was just a name they
You
put
mean
on
the
it.
Federal Reserve? And yes,
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? They tricked us with that name. That was
yes, they did.
Yeah. None of them are real government. They companies of a company. Watch it.
Dun
Okay,
and Bradstreet. Look it up.
if use the government of India, right? Use just the government of India. You might be the army or the air force or the marine, but use the government of India. You ain't no FBI or CIA. All them things when it goes into a branching off into sister companies, it's a business.
Mm-hmm. The original is a business.
The original is a business, and the rest of them are small businesses to feed the
That's why we have a
biggies
president, a CEO,
of the company.
and therefore, if it's a
You
company,
want
we
to
have
vote? You go vote.
stockholders.
You vote in your president in your company that you work for, that you acknowledging you work for.
What's the Electoral College? Oh, wait, that's right. The stockholders actually are the ones
Of
that
the
do it.
company. Come on, man.
Yes.
Understand
Change
what's
the
going
names, it's the same fucking thing. So all you're saying is
Okay.
I quit my
Okay.
job. That's all the
Oh,
paperwork is
wow.
about, is I quit.
Okay, Court. I looked up Real ID, and all it is the placing standards on what needs to be an ID and how you get an ID in order to qualify for an ID, so that they can crack down on people getting fake IDs.
Okay.
Which means people used to be able to go make fictitious people up and actually get real IDs for their fictitious people.
Okay. But what do you need to get that real ID? A fictitious birth certificate?
No,
Okay, Gary.
hold on. My state, you require in Texas, I believe they require you have 3 forms of ID. Usually it's a birth certificate, social security card, and then some other form of ID. Yes.
Okay, and I'm not dogging you. Hear me out for a second. Seriously, Gary, I'm not taking any punches or trying to corner you. If it's to protect the people, therefore you can't make, you get your real ID and it's 10 times harder to reproduce. I get that. Okay. But what is going to stop anybody from reproducing a birth certificate or social to get said ID?
Well, you would have to, that's what I'm saying. You have to have 3 forms.
I know, but you can make all 3 of them. You can make all 20 of them fictitious. I'm not saying it's easy, but there are plenty of people out there that do it. We see it all the time. But I guess what I'm getting at is, like, the 3 original forms to get you that ID, it doesn't make sense to me. They may tell us it's for our protection, but if I can counterfeit the 3 forms to get that one piece, okay, then it's really not for our protection. So is there a hidden agenda is what I'm getting at. I'm trying to think outside the box. I get where you're coming from.
Okay, listen. First of all, in Texas, what happens is you turn in those forms of ID, the birth certificate, the social security card, and then usually it's like a school transcript or something else like that that qualifies as the 3rd form of ID, right? First of all, you get a temporary ID identification card right then. The information you turned in, it's put into a database, and then they go confirm that your social security card is real. That's one, and then they're going to confirm that the birth certificate goes through that the birth certificate is real. You have a temporary until then. Now, if they find something wrong with either one of those documents while approving the last stage of your ID before they send you the actual ID, if any one of those comes up as being fake, then guess what? You don't get that actual ID. You have that paper ID that's only good for 30 days or something
30
like
days. That? But here's my point, and I won't even get into the mail part of it. But here's my point. Don't we need those 3 pieces of identification for the IDs that we have now?
To get to your ID, yes, you need 3 forms, usually social security card.
So I need the 3 forms, and I'm just jumping backwards so we don't have a deficiency in dates. 20 years ago, you needed those 3 pieces of information to get the standard ID. You're going to need those 3.
This was the thing. Not every state required you to have 3 forms of ID. Some of them you just can go in there with just a birth certificate and come out with an ID. That was the issue.
Okay. Well, I've all the states I've lived in, I've always had to have my birth certificate, my social, and proof of residence.
Right. Me too. But apparently, in some states,
you didn't require all this. You can show up with a birth certificate and get an ID.
But here's my point. And then why didn't they just require all the states to require the same information to get the old ID? So they're requiring what I've always had to have, and they're giving.
That's what the real ID law is. They're saying that all states need to require people to have all this form in order to get the ID, and then there has to be so much information on this ID to confirm that they're real.
Right. Here's my point, and I'm not trying to argue with you, Gary. Hear me out, seriously. I'm not trying to be a prick. If I needed those pieces of information 20 years ago, and I need that same information now, me personally. But the difference is, with that information, if I choose not to, now I can't get on a plane. Before I could just show my birth certificate.
Like, you have to have a valid state ID, and they're making sure every state uses the same standards for getting an ID. Because apparently 28 states were already doing it, so they're already in compliance with the real ID law.
But here's my thing.
We're already in compliance. There are 26 states that still aren't in compliance. They have filed for an extension, allowing them to give them time. Yeah, allowing to give them time.
But here's my thing.
With that,
now I need, me personally, I'm just saying me, I need to come up with the same documentation I had before. And now they're going to put an RFID chip in this new ID. That's what it's about. And if anything comes, yes, they are. It's in the new ID.
Hold on,
RFID chip.
Hold on. I just renewed my license, right? Texas we're already compliant. We're already doing it. So the ID I have now is the ID, and there's no RFID chip in it. All it is how you give out IDs to people. You need to set a standard, a uniform standard for the whole U.S. of how to get an ID. And every state has to do the same process.
Then why didn't they just require all the states needing 3 pieces? Why the new ID, the new problems? You can't do this.
No. They're not new IDs. They're new.
Yes, they are, because my son has it. It looks nothing like mine.
They're new standards for giving IDs. Each state has to meet a certain specific standard for issuing IDs to citizens. You have to have 3 forms of ID. There has to be a certain amount of information on these IDs as well. It's to cut down on fake IDs.
Now here's the other thing, and we've talked about this, and I'm not jumping over that. It's just there's no sense in arguing the point. I think I'm just not communicating clearly my point. But here's the thing. Let's say the stuff that me and Nadi talk about, and just go with it's a hypothetical. Let's say we are 100% correct, okay? And I know you don't agree with it. Let's just say we are correct, and therefore we don't need an ID. Before, we could take our birth certificate and show that and say, hey, here we are, but we can stay out of the system. Now, we won't be able to fly or go into a federal building without that real ID. We can't show our birth certificate at the door. We can't show our resident. We have to have that ID. And let's say hypothetically, that we're right, and that ID is consent for their authority. And so we're like, no, only in this situation, work with me. No, I don't want that because I don't consent. So they are saying that is fine. No more flights for you and no more federal visits for you. And let's say that Nadi is correct, that all grocery stores are under federal control because of what he said. Everything's under federal control. Anytime a federal entity goes there, that means when it says a federal building, we're thinking federal court. What if that means the grocery store? So because we're right, and once again, it's hypothetical. Just run with me on this because I'm going to ask a question. If that is correct and we're right and we say no to the ID, yeah, we win. But now I can't go to a grocery store and buy food. I know I can grow and do all this stuff. I know I can do that. But wouldn't that be kind of messed up that I can't go into a grocery store knowing that I was born on this land? Hypothetically, if all that is correct.
Hey, Court,
if all that correct, yes, that's a flawed system. You are correct. Hey, if that is the system, then it is flawed.
Okay.
Why you say that? Yeah. Why you think it's flawed?
Listen right quick. They gonna make it where. Listen right quick. They gonna make it where the clock in the work. You gotta have this ID. to cash your check, had his ID for direct deposit, checking account, had this ID to get your driver's license for your vehicle, have this ID to do anything. That's how they gonna play us with this ID. That's what court trying to tell you. But go
Go
ahead.
and look in the back
It's
chat.
gonna be
I
a
put it. I
double-edged
put it up
sword.
to real
It's
national.
gonna be a double-edged sword because people with that ID, it's gonna be a negative position about that too, just like it is gonna be
And
good. Like
it's the
Hey,
ID you currently have. It's just it's still a
go on
driver's
the
license.
back check.
Still,
No. Go on the back check, and you will see the real identification card I'm telling you about.
You
All
talk
right,
about the
this
national
other
card.
shit that they put. Listen. Go on the back chat and see it. All right, check it out. Yeah, the national card. Yeah, right.
man, what about
Yeah,
the fucking
Check it.
RFD shit?
Hold up. Let me finish my statement, please. The FDA control the food that go inside the grocery stores. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. So if
facts.
they listen, if they have any involvement in any establishment that's under UCC, period. And that's the whole point I try and get to you, Gary. Everything is under UCC, bro, and you can't fight it.
What do you
To
mean
be
under UCC?
to be a citizen, I ain't trying to get a point to you right now. Trump said every citizen. Go ahead, Bridget.
Hey, let me tell y'all a story. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. What we about to talk about now?
No, so here was my thing. Here, hold on. I wanted Nadia to dive in there, but this is my last point to Gary, and I don't want to argue with Gary. What I'm getting at is, and I do believe we are, but let's just work on this hypothetical. If me and Nadia are correct, and this information is true, and they're bringing forth this national ID, and the government really behind the scenes has their finger in everything and can put their foot down and say, hey, technically this. Can you see why we would project to people, and this is the hypothetical, how much trouble we're in? Could you project forward and go, wait a minute, I see a pattern here. They're doing this, and this. Wow, this could really bring a lot of problems. We're in trouble. Could you comprehend? I don't mean comprehend. I'm not insulting your intelligence. Can you see where I would come up with that scenario? Gary?
Yeah.
But you know, Gary already lied about his avatar. Look here. What we about to talk about, knowledge, you got to change the narrative right quick because that was a mic drop.
Let me add to what they were talking about with the about the ID
Sorry about
situation.
that. I was moving. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Huey.
Before we switch. All right.
So what Nadi's trying to talk about is it goes a step further than this. There's now a thing called the national ID.
Let Huey build right quick.
Okay. Listen now, what was going on is the national ID and the United States ID. That's the ID that every state is up under the United States ID. So now, when you apply comply to being a part of the United States system, that is what court and them is talk about. You're not claiming your sovereignty, and after the 2020, you're not going to be able to get the national ID, where you ain't going to be able to get the access to your account and to the TDA account, because what it's going to do is it's going to give you leverage, because you're going to be the owner of all the power that you then accumulated up under the estate. You feel what I'm saying? But under if you still be a United States citizen, you're going to be still a slave. You're still going to be the citizen. You feel what I'm saying? You're not going to be the one who's controlling and operating. So with the national card is going to give you is power to move. The United States ID is going to keep you in the boundaries. This is what the walls is for. It's going to keep you within the state boundaries that you want to go to, because they're only going to have food for certain areas for the citizens of that area, and that's where you're going to go to. Now, all of us who trying to claim our sovereignty, they're going to say that we don't want nothing from the government anyways. So that's the reason why we're not going to be able to go into the federal buildings, because we're separating ourselves from their baby shit for their needs. We don't need nothing from their ass, so we separate from themselves. So we don't need to be in their buildings no way. That's really free. It ain't that you can't go in their buildings. Why you want to be in their buildings anyways? And there's poison and pesticides, and that's what we're supposed to be building our own land up and living on our own means. Just like the Mormons and the fucking Indians and all the other tribes who got they freedom. You feel me? Because they ain't governed by anything. We got to have our own stores that we can go to. We got to get our own land. But the only way to do that is to come together as a people, claiming a nationality in the area, so you can get that area and that land and you can build up.
No, Huey, I agree with you 100%. And that is the way it's going to be for those of us that are in the know. I'm saying about the people, it's almost entrapment for the people that don't know. They'll never be able to get out of it at that point. Who in their right mind, take the average individual walking down the street and telling them, hey, you want to be free? Yeah, you can't go in the grocery store no more. What? They're doing it. They know that some of us are out there and know this shit. They're going to lock everybody else in.
But listen, now you know us, right? If you
They
tell
want
us
to be. That's what they do, though. They want to be. That's what you gotta let them go, and we can't worry about those, bro. You feel me? We gotta focus on the ones who want to be free and be out.
No, look, Court. Look, here's how we do it in the hood. Listen, when you say we can't come in, we'll just rent somebody else's card to go in. You see what I'm
bro,
saying?
there's ways of doing it. I know what you're saying. I'm with Huey too, though. We got to leave these people alone. We got to start taking responsibility and do what we know what we need to be doing.
Absolutely. Not right this point in time, but yeah, in the next 10 to 20, 30 years, hell yeah, we got to start branching away from the system. Hell yeah. But if you think you can just wake up and don't need mommy and daddy, you a fucking fool, man. These motherfuckers controlling so much shit. They controlling too much shit, so you gotta wing yourself off so your offspring get winged off, and they wing their offspring off. And next thing you know, you is building your own houses. And all you gotta pay is the taxes on it.
Well, here's the scary part about it, Drop. Here's the thing, and like Huey was saying, with the laws per se, after 2020, and they're going to keep going. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Huey's saying right now, we got to get out there and start doing it. Not 20 years from now. It's time now.
Soldier like a motherfucker, though. The average motherfucker don't have the energy of Huey P.
You sound like a bad chess player because you're going to let me make too many moves before you make your move, bro. You feel me? You're going to let me get too many steps ahead of you. They already ahead of the game. People are already behind the ball. So you got to stop pushing the narrative that we can't see this for now. We got to think that we can see it now because they making their changes happen now. If that was the case, they said we weren't going to see a black president. We weren't going to go see a woman a president, but we seen two run. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you got to know that they said we weren't going to be able to be free, but we free. We seen it. You feel what I'm saying? We pass that shit, bro. It's about what we projecting out, bro. It's about what we projecting out. The more energy we giving them is the more power in their world. We got to stop giving them power in their world and take power from their world and take power from their world and put it into our world and smash their world out. That's what I'm trying. You got to smash it out.
You got to reverse the circuit, right? You got to reverse the circuit.
It's not even. No, check this out. We got to be careful with this too. And Huey, correct me if you think I'm wrong, brother. I'm always good for correction. We don't need to take our power from them. We need to quit giving our power to them. We can only take what we give. We need to quit giving it.
Glad you said yes, Huey.
Yes, right. So we got to stop giving. Exactly. You're exactly right. We got to stop giving them energy. The more that we hear on it, because it's a system that's within us that's holding us back. And then when we talk about it, it projects and gives it energy and brings it to light. You feel me? Because we are projecting our life. That's what I was talking to Knowledge about. Like, we need to do a holographic, because what we are doing is holographically pushing this image out into the world. With our knowledge and our know-how, because a lot of people is in the believing realm. When we are in the knowing and you operating in the knowing most things that people don't know what they're operating, then you got more power in the world and more leverage on the predicament. That's why we take 1% to control the whole 99%, because the other 99% is living in the days. That's why they got you in the days all day in your day.
This is why it's imperative that we start. This is why we start acting and talking about it, because it projects victory. If we start acting upon it and start doing, we're operating in the victorious manner. we already won. But just doing nothing, we're
Right.
only giving them food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Sorry, go ahead.
hey, y'all. What about though? What about your food though? Like, if you ain't growing your own food, you pretty much controlled anyway, because you gotta have them folks to go get food from.
And that's
Like,
Hey,
what
what's right around the corner? What's right around the corner? Spring.
hey,
It's time to start growing your food.
that's what I'm
now,
saying. If you ain't doing that, you really backing up. If you ain't really going out there knowing how to grow this shit and really putting that shit to use, you really much control. You gotta
It's
eat. I
deeper
don't
than
care who you are.
well,
it's
yeah,
deeper than the food. Shit is so
Okay,
deep.
okay.
Going in right now. I appreciate
Look, I understand what y'all saying about the food, right? But it's deeper than the food, because check this out, bro. You got to get to the point where
we gonna take it there, Huey. We're gonna go ahead and give it to him right now, live, Huey.
yeah, I was thinking we should, man, because we almost going there. Because that's what they doing. They're doing a lot of predicting. They're doing a lot of holographic pushing right now by speaking the visual out. Like you can make a blind man see with your words. So when you speaking out, you speaking this shit out. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I understand about the food, right? But we have to get to the point where we fasting ourselves, when you can fast not for days without eating. Because the trees and the motherfucking, listen, bro, the trees and everything else don't need nothing but sunlight and water. And they can survive and live and stay strong, and the wind can blow them out. They can stand in the cold, the wind, they can grow, they can stand there. I'm talking about, bro, we got to
hey, Huey.
Hey, Huey.
Hey, Huey. Let me say this, Knowledge. Hey, Huey. Let me say this right quick, Knowledge. Did you know you can live off maple trees, and they all through the hood? You can literally eat the leaves off maple trees.
Hey, the
Here,
body only need nutrients to survive, you know.
All right, check this out though, y'all. Okay. Okay, you got that way of thinking, but everybody, man, people gonna lose their goddamn mind about their food shit, bro. These people be eating whole big ass man, okay.
No. Here's another thing that people aren't looking at. Trees also have a thing called photosynthesis. So they pull in nutrients. We can't just sit in the sun and drink water, because a tree is using photosynthesis for other nutrients that we wouldn't absorb out of the sun.
No, we will absorb the same nutrients that they absorb, and the same thing that they doing. You're gonna get photosynthesis and everything. That's what we were just talking about. That's crazy that you said photosynthesis is what trees absorb from the sun. That's why you're supposed to go out and bask in the sun and not be in the light in this you're supposed to be out. Right, the sun is gonna give you the information. Exactly. The sun is giving you the information. You feel me? The air is the water. You know, like, so, like, bro, when you start really, but it's all mind power though. It comes with your mind though, because you got to take yourself to the point when you got to say, when you hungry, you ain't hungry. Start eating once a day. Start doing certain things. You gotta just make yourself get off of the shit. If it ain't nothing but a little bit of time, even if you slip off of it.
No, I'm with you too, Huey, because we do eat it. We eating 3-4 times a day. We're eating a bunch of bullshit. We really got to reprogram what the hell's going on with ourselves. And I'm not one to say, hey, bro, I'm not eating for 40 days. That shit ain't happening with my fat ass. But I totally agree with what you're saying. We don't.
Hey, y'all gotta pass the mic too, man.
Hey, the food thing though. Only reason I said the food thing, because that's all people really think about, man. And they like having little ones. All they want to do is eat. But see, I'm an adult and I don't even care about eating. I don't need. My wife be like, "What we eating today?" I'll be like, "Man, I don't know. I don't even care." Food is like the last thing I think about, because everything bad. So I can't even eat. I can't even think about eating because I feel like it's so fucked up. Everything you eat.
Cautious. The point I was making is food. Start growing a garden. Well, what about heat, Court? Well, you better start cutting some wood. What about our water? You better learn how to start. We got to start doing.
Yeah, you're right. That's the main thing. We got to start doing it, and because what first you speak it, then you manifest it, then you speak it, then you do it. You got to put the work to it.
Listen, but look, y'all gotta start passing that mic, and I don't want to talk. We got Trigger in here. We got Cautious. Let Trigger, Cautious, and let 3 other people grab the floor right quick, because I'll be liking to pick y'all brain for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody else can go. I was just saying that because I just see how people act about food, man. How that shit, like, man, people are, and then for people who eat meat, hell, they gonna start. They can't get none. So many days go by, so many weeks or months. Them will start probably eating the family and shit. So I'm just saying, man, we gotta start training ourselves, like you said, to not want to eat. But I'm already there. But I can't speak for everybody else. And it's more people than just me. You get what I'm saying?
I was about to say, man, I've been up on that shit. I'm trying. I'll go like 3 days and shit without eating, and just like meditation in the morning and a lot of water and shit. But even the water, you got to learn to like reserve within your body and use as needed.
And look at it like this, bro. Don't eat to get full. Eat to fuel your body. And look, reason why you starve yourself, you want to shrink your stomach.
Exactly.
Your stomach ain't big. Once your stomach.
Yeah. So when you eat something, you're gonna be full. Even whatever it is, whatever you get, gonna be satisfying to the soul. But when you overeat, you will never get full. You will always be hungry.
That's where Master Peace is tight, man.
Right quick, bro. Let me say this. It's a one-liner. You shrink your stomach lining, that's how you lose weight. The only way to shrink your stomach lining is not filling your stomach up. So you get it where it's a tight muscle now. So then when you eat, you can eat a bowl of cereal and you're like full for real, instead of a bowl of cereal, a bagel, and a sausage. You know what I mean? Your shit collapse in. So then your body responds to your stomach lining and it sheds off. It ain't gonna shed off the fat. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta get the fat cut off. If y'all think y'all gonna turn fat into muscle, you just retarded. You gotta cut that shit off because fat ain't nothing but grease from meat. That's what fat is. It's grease from meat. Your body can't piss it out. Your body can't shit it out. So it's stored in certain parts of your body.
It's stored. But if you don't eat, that, then your body uses the fat that is stored, and then it burns it off eventually. That's why if you stop eating so much, you will burn that fat off because your body will use it like it's supposed to because you're not adding to it.
That was facts, Cautious. God damn, that was dope. Oh my God! Now we can pass the mic to two other people.
That same thing works, and that same thing is the same system in a different form. If you
elevate your mind, it gives your brain oxygen to breathe. You start thinking another way. I'm telling you, any type of fast, and even linguistic fast, all of this, bro. We got to start. Fuck, bro. Like,
Huey, let me show this. Let me show this in a different form. Diet, now reverse it. Savings. If you eat too much, you get fat because you have an excess. If you make too much money and you ain't spending it, now you have a savings account. That same system works for everything.
Mic drop. Damn, Court. I wanted to cuss you out. You just said the realest shit in the world. I wish I'd have thought of that. Damn, motherfucker. You motherfucker.
You did.
You motherfucker.
It went around.
That's what's up, man. That's why we be rocking out like this, man. Everybody coming from different walks of life to the same point, bro. And that's what wisdom is. People think wisdom is knowing something. Wisdom is living through something that you know. That's wisdom. Knowing you can know anything you want. If you don't experience it, you ain't got no wisdom about what the fuck you know. All right, y'all go ahead.
What is an experience?
An experience is, okay, I know that these motherfuckers lock niggas up for 10 years, right? Then I go to court and get 10 years, and I'm locked up with them. Now I got wisdom. I know they lock them up. Now I know what it really is. I know they lock people up. Everybody know they lock people up for 10 years. But until you do 10 years, you don't know. That's the wisdom of. I'm talking. I ain't talking about locked up or not. I'm talking about an
Yeah, but
example.
drop. Couldn't wisdom also be knowing enough to stay the hell out of prison? You don't have to
Listen,
exactly experience
let
it
me
to have wisdom to stay the hell
story.
away from it.
No, hell, fuck no. You just smart enough not to gain that wisdom. Period. Now listen. No, exactly what I said. Now listen. Say customer service, right? You got customer service, right? Damn, man. My fault. Go ahead. My fault. Yeah, go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is I think experience, in order to experience being locked up for 10 years, you got to be locked up for 10 years. Wisdom would
Shit.
say, hey man, I don't want to go to prison for 10 years. I've seen what they
Proof,
did
what
to
up?
your ass, so I'm gonna avoid it.
What's good? I just want to say shit. I learned in 3 years. Fuck 10 shit. I
Oh,
went. I
that
got.
would be wisdom. No, that would be wisdom on the stay out of prison.
Hell yeah, I learned that shit in them
Still
3
don't
years.
got the wisdom of
Hey,
the.
hey, hold on, Shinobi, you gotta mute your mic, bro. You hammering.
Go ahead, Truth.
Nah, I wanted to hear what Sirs had to say, but I couldn't hear
Me
him
too.
because the hammer
No,
was in the background.
No, the phone's been dropping everybody off. He'll be right back. They dropped off Huey. I think it dropped Trig off once.
Oh, okay.
He'll be back.
But yeah, nah, it ain't take me no 10 years. I did it 3.5, bro, and I ain't never went back. If I did, it was some county shit. Not no fucking prison. Not no prison. Fuck all that, man. That shit for the birds.
Hey, is it do y'all think it was impossible for somebody to never been to jail?
No,
I'm sure someone.
It's all about how you carry yourself, man. You feel me? Like if you ain't gotta be no gangster to be real, and you ain't gotta be no thug to not let a nigga punk you and shit. But yeah, you can't let nobody get away. You can't let shit slide. I'm gonna be real with you. Cause if one person see that you let something slide, bro, they on your ass. They taking all your commissary, your lunch trays, your dinner trays, everything, nigga. You better hope they serving trays in the cell and shit, or your ass might not eat, and your celly might take your shit. That's real shit.
What I'm saying, like, well, I'm just saying, like, to be like, for me, instance, I went to juvenile when I was younger for some bullshit, and the longest I stayed in there was like a week. And after that week, I was like, man, I ain't never going back to this shit. And I'm 37. I ain't never been to jail, bro.
Yeah, I feel
bro,
you, bro.
If you saw my rap sheet, I promise you would think I was lying. You think I'm fucking kidding. I got a fucking attitude and I don't like police. They can kiss my ass. And yeah, I let them know that. And every time I let them know that, they friendly put me in some bracelets and off we go.
Yeah, I mean, on some real shit, like that 3.5 shit, motherfucking 18 months of that shit, nigga, was in juvie. You feel me? And I ain't never go back, bro. I smarten up. And
that shit ain't even, juvenile ain't really nothing, but that made me
not in Illinois, bro.
Well, in Memphis, I'm in Memphis. That shit wasn't nothing, man. You sitting there watching TV all day in some chairs with about 3 or 4 people sitting there, and you gotta watch what they watching, and then you eat lunch, dinner, and you sit in a chair. You take a bath, and you go get in your room. Like it's like a detention hall. And it was the worst week of my life, and I said, I said, fuck this shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That man, when I was in that motherfucker, man, that bitch was turned up. I think I got it more shit in the juvie part than fucking the county order. You feel me, motherfucking and the county go down, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Cook County, nigga, that's the largest county jail in the United States. That bitch is smack. I'm gonna tell you how smacking that motherfucker is. Niggas in that motherfucker copping plea deals because they ready to go to the joint and get it over with because the county turning up.
And they ain't the cleanest jails in the country neither. I promise you.
Hell no. Rats, floods, mold, all
dude,
that shit.
I got a family member that did 28 days for probation violation for juvenile bullshit. He came out and said, man, they think they're tough. I'll go do that again. I said, you're stupid. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That ain't gangster, dude. Gangsters staying the fuck out of it.
Damn right.
He said, I'll go do it again. You're an idiot.
Shitty.
Hey, knowledge. Yo, knowledge.
Yo.
He probably stepped away. Knowledge.
What's good, brother? Naughty, what's popping?
I tell you, man, just cooling. Everyone safe?
Yeah, man, I just got home from work. This shit.
Nice.
Now we got to give Truth shit. Oh, you over there working for the man, ain't you? Ain't you, Truth?
Hey, check it out. Talking about down to jail and thing. What you gonna do to stay out of jail the next time?
I can't say that on the channel.
Not do what the fuck I did last time. Shit, I don't know, man. You know, sitting down like that, man, it kind of smarted me up, bro. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna sit here and say I ain't never did shit illegal afterwards, but I just went about it smart. I carry myself different. You feel me? You know, I was young, loud, want to be seen, all that shit. You know, man, I honestly, I think that was like the best thing that happened to me. If it wouldn't have happened, I'd probably be fucking gone for life, or a motherfucker would have took my life. You feel me?
Yeah. With Gary gone?
Yeah, I don't see him on the panel.
All right, check this out. You know you can make your own ID, right?
Yep. I was trying to make a point, but it wasn't getting very far.
When Gary on the panel, he gonna go against the grain anyway. That's his job. I'll be tripping off him, man. He be tickling the shit out of me.
You make your own ID. You can do business when you want and how you want. You know what I'm saying? They can't restrict you.
Once you pull out of the system.
Yeah. You can't be restricted.
How far will like just say you get stopped, you know what I mean, like just the random little thing, and you just stand your ground as a man, even though you ain't got your paperwork and all that, but you never identify as a person, and you let them know, you ask them, are you talking to a man, and they talking to a man, and they identify that. How far would that get you if you being respectful and you're not, but you just let them know, I'm a man, I'm traveling, I'm not driving. You know what I mean? All this time. How far would they get you?
Soon as you get pulled over, ask for their commanding officer.
Okay.
It depends on the officer too. You can tell by their temperament. That's how you know how far to go with them. You feel what I'm saying? That's how my experience with it. I don't know.
Cautious. You need to go on Nadi's YouTube page. He's actually got videos of him getting pulled over. I don't know. I'm a visual person, so it helped me a lot to really understand. And it doesn't mean cower over to him. You just stand your ground, know your rights.
Yeah, cause like I've seen a lot of the Carl Lennox dude, and he was just like, long as you don't give him your jurisdiction, and you just, you know what I'm saying? He's like, long as you don't never not be a man, you gotta be a man. But that means you gotta know the law, the language.
Carl Lentz is a strong dude. It's like if somebody don't know about this, I would not send them to Carl Lentz because Carl's got an attitude because he knows it up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
But see, I wouldn't see me of the person that I am, with a man I am. I'm not gonna take his attitude approach anyway because that's not my character. I'm more of a cool mother till you know what I'm saying, till you push me. I'm not gonna come off all rough and attitude, even if you got an attitude. I know how to stay cool. That's probably how I've been not in trouble so much, because I know how to fall back. And even though I'm not gonna be no bitch or nothing, but I'm not gonna make it where we gonna have a problem, because I'm not just gonna be like that. So I feel like if they respect you as a man, I'm gonna be a man, but I'm gonna just talk to him like calmly. I ain't gonna have no, because I got everything, bro. I got all this dumbass shit, like a good old boy. I got all of it, but I don't want the shit, and I don't want to have, but I want them to know I'm a man at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? So if I get started, I got insurance. I got
I'm back. Yo, Truth, I heard you calling me, brother. I had to run upstairs right quick.
No, I was trying to ask you. I was like, damn, man, you pretty much was waiting on Madonna, bro. Your ass went at his head. I was like, hell no, you finna kill him.
Dude, he just came on the show. He just dipped out.
He don't like what he hearing.
Yeah. You know, like I said, some things I agree to disagree with. Some things with that I get a higher understanding or a better perspective of it. I want to alleviate it. So I figure I got to expound upon my sentiments so people can get an understanding of where I'm coming from.
You said expound upon my sentiments.
Yeah. Let me explain my point of view. Basically, if you don't know what that means, expound upon my sentiments.
It's just funny.
Hey, look, Gary and Madame make a good show, though.
Tag team
Listen, if we don't got no opposer or no oppositions, it's just everybody agreeing, like, oh, yeah, you're right, buddy. I love it. And then you got somebody to say, no, the fuck you ain't. And it makes a great show. That's why I fuck with the opposition, because I want to wake them up so they can wake up.
Guess what, Drop? Guess what, Drop, though? At the same time, that shit ain't really good, because you just got this fool in here that I don't care what you tell them. I don't care what you say after you get through trying to talk blue in your face. That motherfucker is not going with you. I don't. That's terrible, bro. That is terrible. That's like a bad relationship. That's like your woman. You won't want your woman after y'all get through arguing to keep on just being against you. That's fucked up.
That's a mic drop, motherfucker. Fuck you, but anyway, what they do is they can't lie to themselves, bro. Once you tell them the truth and it resonates, they lie to themselves and they know they lying to themselves. You can't lie. You know that's blue. Motherfucker, I told you it's blue. You said it's red. And I said it's blue. Look up blue. And then you be like, yeah, it's blue. You can argue me to the face. It's just wordplay. Colors ain't nothing.
Semantic.
It's blue, motherfucker.
I might be colorblind.
I ain't gonna lie though. Last night,
One World back in the building. What up, One World? Y'all, we got a full panel now. It's 10 motherfuckers in here. What up, y'all?
What up, group?
Yo,
what up?
Right now.
I ain't gonna lie. I was on some knowledge shit last night with vegan. I was trying to obliterate that motherfucker out of Africa theory, but we kept getting sidetracked. I was trying to put that shit to rest, nigga.
I wanted to show him like a school wrestler.
Now, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. if you think that people was only in one spot of this fucking planet when we got all of these continents, you clearly don't have your mind as open as you think, because to believe that people wasn't in other places.
But what did I say?
And for you not to believe it was more racist than just two colors, just one color, man. You gotta be tripping.
Yeah, knowledge. I say knowledge was on what I was on last night, because he basically said what I wanted to say at a point in time, word for word. Like, you know, it was people everywhere, bro. You know, and it was, and you know, man, it was just, I was just kind of sad to see vegan like that, because you know, man, I thought the brother mine was I ain't calling him stupid or nothing like that, because I respect him, but I thought his mind was more open to understand that it had to been life damn near everywhere, not in just one spot. That's why when I was speaking, I kept going right back to the topic, because I wanted to discuss that shit with vegan and shit. Like I said, I got mad respect for him. I never disrespect him. But
yeah, but here's the problem.
I disagree with that concept.
This dude has a whole show based on that ideology. He can't change now. He's stuck. The people ain't gonna go, oh, you're right, vegan. Okay, yeah, we slipped right there. All right, let's change it up. He's got to stay the role now.
Hey, if you thought you had facts and new information came about to dispute
you have
those
to change.
Facts, you have to. You got to man up in the self.
That's what separates a good teacher from just a motherfucker who call himself a teacher.
But you think he's going to change?
Because you got to think about it. The only reason why it's more information out there about Africa and Asia and shit instead of the Americas, because those was the people that was doing all the conquering. We was the last continent to be conquered. So of course the information is still coming about, And then you got a system that's set up to hide information now.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's hard to find certain information about the Americas. You feel me? But over there in Africa and everywhere, it's easy because they've been getting conquered in those areas, and the wars been going on way before they even came over here with that aspect of things.
On their own land. They was doing that shit to themselves, goddamn it. They was practicing.
Practicing.
Hey, that was a nice drop, True. Hey, let's hear from Trigger and Shinobi. Let them build right quick. This show is dope as fuck. Shinobi.
I think Shinobi up there building some shit. He amazing.
Yeah, Shinobi. I see you, brother.
Masan.
Yeah, what's popping? You know, I'm on my way home right now. I'll be home shortly. You know what I'm saying? I just had to, I'm gonna stay chiming in.
Look at that smile on your face, brother.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room. You know what I'm saying?
We got you ready to build. We got a lot.
The ladies in there have been holding y'all down, and they've been they've been interacting with y'all with words. I really think that while we talking, we really need to pay attention to the chat room so we can interact with them. You know what I mean?
Chat right now. We got a lot of people in the chat right now.
Yeah, I was in there typing in there with Joe from Cali was in there.
I mean, I know we're gonna type, but I mean like I did type in it and y'all talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Interaction with the because that's what I'm saying. I tell everybody is a piece to the puzzle, man. I don't care what it is. You can get something from it. It's gonna build a picture. Everybody, but you got
and those ladies in the chat, I think they deserve some wrenches.
Hey, I was just finna say I was just finna say that I be on this panel all the time. Where the fuck my ranch at, man?
How do I do the ranches, man?
Hey, listen, bro. Everybody on the panel. Listen right quick.
Yeah.
Everybody on the panel, listen. Go to your press volume, right? And then hit that shit that pop up on your phone if you're on your phone or whatever. And cut the YouTube all the way down, the media volume down, so it don't disturb the volume we talking through on the live stream. You dig what I'm saying? So you cut the volume
all you gotta do is
down.
talk. All you gotta do is talk. You can watch the track. You can watch the chat move. If you talk, the vocals won't come through. You can watch the chat move.
How do I get people?
Hey, thank you. That was deep. Thanks.
How do I get people?
But no, you got.
I don't know.
That, and you turn the media volume down, and then they keep the hangout volume up, so it ain't a delay through your headphones. You dig what I'm saying? So you can fuck with the chat and be on beat with what's going on back here instead of hearing a delay plus.
So when you speak, you got to know how to come back to the hangout and come back. All you got to do is hit the middle button in your phone, and then whatever phone y'all got, you find your location. Like scroll your phone down and then find the call that you was just in and tap on that. It'll bring you back to the hangout call. You know what I'm saying? And then you can come tap in and speak. You know what I mean? And then you can go back to to the chat and interact. You feel me? Hey, put the link to your chat in the back chat. Knowledge.
Hey, y'all, and Cautious got a nice ass video, man. Can you Cautious or you ain't wrench? You gotta wrench everybody up, Knowledge. But anyway, Cautious got a nice ass flow, and Huey P got a nice ass flow. Y'all want to hear some music? Go to their page and listen to their shit.
There's already a link to this in the back chat. Once you get into this, you can you're free to get into the chat. You're free to type in the chat. And
Knowledge. I want my power, man. Where's my wrench, bro? I need that power.
How do I do that, man?
You have to boost my ego, brother. Come on.
I know, right?
Ain't no damn wrench, man. We all people, man.
Without a wrench, I'm not powerful, Drop.
We putting in work.
How you do the
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want no wrench because when I block a motherfucker in the chat, I don't even want them to see it coming.
Nah, man, you can do a lot of things with a wrench. Let me tell y'all what the wrench do. See, with the wrench, you can share slides, you can share information. Share. You got a YouTube that you want somebody to do. That's only for us to do. You can share links. You can share all that information.
And then when people watch your videos, they can go and actually click on the links.
Right.
Huey.
They can go to the links. You gotta click on the name.
Okay, y'all post y'all URLs in the chat, and then I can paste it to my moderators. I see it right here. So y'all gotta post.
All you gotta do is click on their name and make them a moderator. All you gotta do is click on everybody's name in the chat once they text. All you gotta do is click on their name from the computer, and then make them a moderator.
Hold on. So I gotta go to. Let me go to the live stream and then.
Right, everybody text something into the chat right now so we can.
Everybody text something in the chat. I'm trying to see if I can do it.
Yeah, you can just hit their name and make them a moderator.
They got to do it from the live, bro. You got to chat from the live.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to the live right now, and I'm scrolling down to the bottom where the live chat is at. Yo, I'm just trying to understand how to do it, man.
Y'all, everybody who watching us, let us
chatting right now. I'm about to make Quinn. Let me see if I can make him a moderator. Quinn, you a moderator? Quinn, if you're a moderator, type in one.
After you give him a moderator, click in. You should see the wrench once you make him a moderator.
I don't know. It's not showing no wrench.
You got to click on his name, and then on this.
I did.
Click my name because I think he gone.
No, it's still
Quentin's the mod.
Yeah.
He was the mod.
I added Quentin. He is a moderator, so you do it like that. That's how you do it.
Mizrael's the mod.
Okay. I see it. Now I know how you do it. See, look. Now I know how you do it.
See, look, watch. I'm giving everybody wrenches.
Yeah,
you get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. He like Oprah. He giving everybody wrenches.
Everybody get a wrench.
It's a wrench party.
Fuck the wrench party.
Are you kidding?
I can't get a wrench. I gotta be the last one to get a wrench.
Nah. Hey, Larissa in the chat room, give her a wrench. She deserves it.
Oh yeah. Man, Larissa been watching the whole broadcast. I'm gonna give her a wrench.
Definitely this one. Wrench guy.
Court, there you go. I see you, Court. I see you, Court, typing. Everybody, oh shit. Everybody becomes a moderator.
Hold
on, I gotta make sure I made everybody a moderator.
No, fuck that. I'm about to.
Hey, do I got my wrench? I don't even know.
If I ain't got my wrench yet, I'm about to beat knowledge up.
Man,
you ain't about to beat. You know what's funny now? And most people won't even know why this shit's so funny. Make everybody a fucking moderator. This shit's beautiful.
Everybody. Type in the chat. Everybody type HOTC, and if you're blue, you got a wrench. Hold on, one word, you got a wrench. Quentin, you got a wrench. Larissa, you got a wrench. Nada, you got a wrench. You got a wrench. Mr. L, you got a wrench. Cautious. Hold on, Cautious. I just gave you a wrench. I'm gonna give you a wrench again because.
You want to be with the HOTC, man?
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
I know you don't. That's what we telling your ass, motherfucker.
I got it.
House of the Conscious, right?
Hey, Court.
Yeah, house of true consciousness. That's what you are.
But hold on, here go the 3 new members. You got Harry Guzman. He HOTC.
Man, don't forget.
Court HOTC.
There go my nigga Trigger. I gotta add my nigga Trigger. Hold on, Trigger. Here you go, Trigger. You got a fucking wrench. Block these. Oh, Trigger already. No.
Give Madonna to Gary a wrench.
Who was the Wonka? That's Dojo.
Hey, we gonna get them. We gonna get them some vice grips.
Hey, get a Wonka one. I don't know who the Wonka is, but let me go check. Make sure check on that Wonka.
Jojo, retype again, brother, so you can see your wrench when you type, man.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, just retype. There y'all go. Y'all see y'all wrench.
Hey, bro, y'all going in, bro.
Come on now.
Hey, no, what's funny is this?
Y'all so crazy.
What's funny is this, man. Our new members, listen, new members to the clique is Court, Harry. Hey, no, they part of the HOTC. They don't even know it. Look, you got Harry, you got Court, and you got Adam. And Shinobi playing around.
Oh, Adam ain't type shit in the chat. What Adam at?
Adam ain't here. Shinobi here, but you want to be HOTC Shinobi?
No, yo. First off, we gotta recognize Trigger. We gotta recognize One World. We gotta recognize it's a bunch of people we gotta recognize and take in consideration.
So Trigger, One World, and Court. Give them the HOTC, man. We're gonna send y'all the logo and everything, bro.
This is the house of true.
Damn,
Not he.
True.
Hold on. True.
Nephew.
Hey, sir, I bet that shit caught you off guard. Like, what up, nephew?
That was so funny. I needed that goddamn laugh, man. I was in the middle of a shift, cussing my motherfucking manager out. Your ass hit that damn nephew. But we just had the roast panel right before that. So the day before we had the roast panel. Hey, now let's have a roast panel. This is a Truth's idea. No, it's a roast panel. We can talk about every pseudoscience motherfucker. We can talk about every agent. We can talk about every singer. We just pick it on somebody.
Everybody all up. I'm gonna jump off. I'll be back. Peace.
One World at the crib. We gotta put the camera on One World. One World, you finally done made it in, brother. Unmute your mic and go ahead and start the build, man. We see you, everybody. Shout out to One World.
Oh man, come on, y'all making me blush.
Track on the way by One World.
Yo, I mean, when we gonna have our MC panel? Did somebody send Bro Sanchez an email to get those tracks?
Right. Hey, when we gonna do that? Hey, Dojo in the panel.
In the chat.
But yeah,
we gotta get Dojo on the panel, man. Real talk, man. Me and him had a long discussion the other day about this music shit.
About rap?
Yeah, man. We was on this music shit. We were talking about it. And who else is on there? I think Shinobi was on there.
One more spot to fill. So link is out.
One bar. I want somebody Shinobi and
the link is in the back chat. So we always can put on the panel. Whoever will come in.
Just one. Hey, Trigger, say the start of one rap, or one of y'all say the start of one of y'all raps. I want to feel it. I'll say the start of one of my raps. What I say, you not tough at all. You not paid. You only on the ball. You not made. You gotta crawl before you walk. Gotta ball before you boss. Want it all, then learn how to recoup a loss. That's how I start one of my raps. I just want to hear y'all niggas spit something, man. It don't gotta be dope. None of that. Just spit the shit which you wrote that you know that you can say without reading it. And that's your hardest shit.
Call me Knowledge Uprising. I'm just doing my thing, trying to keep better than life. But I'm keeping it cool. And I'm rapping on live, so it got to be a fool. But I'm just keeping it cool. Everybody, peace to the family. Tell me what it do. Trying to spread the truth. Tell me all what's your truth. I'm just rapping.
Like I told y'all before, man.
Keeping it cool, and I'm just doing my thing.
My freestyles on
they used to call me P Money, man. But I keep it all cool. I'm just doing my thing. My hands up, dog. Tell me what it is. Tired of seeing all these kids, all my mama shedding tears. I don't know, man.
I'm just
I fuck with that.
that's the hook right there. I'm just rapping. That was cold knowledge. I liked that. I'm just rapping. Go ahead,
All
Trigger.
right.
Gary back in the building. Gary, you about to freestyle for a minute?
Gary's ass ain't about to.
Shit,
What up,
Gary?
Gary? What up, Gary?
Hey, Gary, you
Texas
get a
Gary.
wrench too, brother. We give you the power. Knowledge gave you the power, brother. Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
MC Texas Gary.
Gary, type in the chat. Gary, type in the live chat so I can add you a wrench, man.
Cause Gary not really trolling. When Gary say that weird shit, Gary believe that shit. So he cool as fuck. Long as you real and you not trolling. It's when a motherfucker.
Hey, here go Gary rap right here, Joe. Gary.
Everything big and
hey, here go his rap. Here go his rap right here. Hey. You must be joking. You don't understand perpetual motion. Look at that.
Hey, did you look at that Benny Butcher though, Cautious? I mean, not Cautious. I mean,
True. You
True.
told me that.
I said, yo.
Yeah, I subscribe.
I said, yo.
Life,
that's you like a motherfucker. Benny the Butcher, man. It's crazy. We all got a twin, bro. We all got a double. Rather,
hey,
we
he
look
nice,
like
bro.
Oh, he dumb dope.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, that wasn't.
Oh, that's the weed dude at the door.
When I said you Benny the Butcher, that wasn't a roast at all.
Nah, I'm talking about I listen to it. I would listen to his shit. That boy be going hard, dog.
He got one with Tsunami Surf.
I be fucking with that. You be fucking with Peasy?
Hell yeah, Peasy dope.
Oh, life.
All the Midwest shit dope, man.
I'm just trying to get the. Hey, what he say? She gonna fuck me for the cheese? That's the rap trap.
Hey, but look at the 38 special though. Like 38 special, really the father of that whole movement. 38 special.
No, we talking about a rapper.
Hey,
I almost got in trouble.
We got to do a live on Facebook, man. Who all connected to Facebook? We got to do a live on Facebook just to bring the extra presence.
Oh, and then bring everybody on the same Facebook.
No, see, yeah, and see what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. Once we do the live on Facebook,
we'll go live right now, and I'm gonna send you an invite, Lindsay.
Hell no! Hey, you petty as hell.
Hey, Petty, that's my nigga.
Hold on. Yeah, Lizzie, all right.
Hey, who the next flame spitter?
All right,
Shit.
John.
It's bars. It's bar season.
No, Trigger.
Spit hot fire.
Trigger. What's your Facebook, Trigger? What's your Facebook, nigga?
Traffic.
Hey, my Facebook is no need.
That ain't your damn Facebook. They ain't gonna even let you make a no need.
My first name is no need. My last name is ever.
I bet money. No, it's bet 100,000 that I can't find.
Hey man, listen, man. It ain't about me, bro. I'm just a messenger, man. I'm just a fucking messenger with the Nike on the boot, bro. Like that's all I am, bro.
Hey, he said it ain't about me.
It ain't about me, bro. Like,
because he hiding money, right? Why you hiding yourself?
I don't hide myself. I just don't feel the need to disclose myself.
No. You know
what I feel the need to disclose? I feel the need to disclose my experiences. I don't feel the need to disclose to nobody my motherfucking whole entire being. Who the fuck does that?
Me, every real nigga, bro.
Man, that's not true. That's not true. Because every real nigga got a failure, got a fault. Every real nigga got a fault somewhere. You may not find that fault, but everybody got one. So like,
you're right. Why I wasn't talking about that. Why would
Trigger? You gonna do your little rap?
Trigger, take your ass into something where you wrong. You right, Trigger? What the fuck? Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, bro. I'm smoking and free thinking.
No, y'all made me write some shit up. Now I want to hear Trigger shit.
Hey,
I'm too deep for y'all boys, and like I told y'all, bro, my motherfucking raps ain't for free. My motherfucking raps ain't for free, bro.
Fuck rap. We were talking about. We want to
All
hear
right,
your.
look, if y'all want me to rap, I need somebody to put a motherfucking super chat in a donation, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's $1. Put a dollar towards the movement.
That's why you got a freestyle.
I freestyle, motherfucker. Put $1 in the super chat.
The key word is free.
Nah, like freestyle for me is freestyle for me. The free come from where you get your thoughts from.
Yo ass rap.
Well, see, when we think of freestyle, we think of like more like top hat, and like you will just say what, like you can talk about what we talking about now, but rap it. You get what I'm saying? Like
I can do that.
The situation in the room.
That's freestyle. And what I'm saying is that shit ain't free for me.
But then Sir Drop just said, just say a first line of one of your bars, and then that's it. Like you can give somebody a preview.
Look, check this out.
Hey, check this out, bro.
Open your mind. Hey, hold up. I'm about to rap for y'all. I'm about to leave y'all with a bar.
There you go.
And it started like this. Open your mind if you locked inside. Your city killing too many. Wake up, it's time to ride for better things, better dreams, a better vision. No question. What I'm living, man. This shit was meant for now. Prophesize like religion. If the devil on your soldier, if the devil on your shoulder, hope he ain't the one you giving up your soul. Knowing these dark times, will glow. Make sure you stay out on that straighter path where you go.
You ain't even know you was that dope.
Hey, look, I ain't even give you the bars right. I ain't even give y'all the bars right.
But it was dope.
I ain't even give y'all the bars right. But look, that's where I come from when I spit my shit, nigga. Like,
hey, I know we on this rap shit, but can we talk about something real?
Right,
hold on, no, bro. I need to tell y'all about something I just seen, bro. This gay shit getting out of hand, dog. Motherfucker posted a photo of a baby and said, "Dad, miss you." Bitch, you got titties. What the fuck you mean, Dad, miss you, Joe? Like, hold on. Hey, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm high, but that shit just caught me clean off guard, Joe.
The homosexuality shit, bro. Now, what it is they dealing with a demon, right? We got to figure out what the
I was talking about this shit last night, bro. Your country was built for that reason.
Bro, uppercut. Listen. Go ahead, figure it. I lost my mind.
All I was going to say was piggyback off what you just said. It's basically, look, your country was built. America was made for certain people in the European culture to live outside of the Queen's Court and live by their own fucking form of religion that they call homosexuality, bro.
Hey, but the crazy thing is, though, she white and this baby black. Like, you fucked up on all ends. Like, hold on, what the fuck you mean, Dad, miss?
And you know how many times in history that done happen?
Hey, Truth, somebody's not telling the whole story.
But it was a female, though. No, the female, she gay, bro. I know her. We used to work together talking about some dad miss you. You ain't no dad. Motherfucker, you better get mom number 2 or some shit.
Mama and mommy.
What the fuck? There's some crazy motherfuckers out there, bro.
Yo, get Night Schumer ranch.
Definitely.
Hey, I got a photo I'm gonna post in the back chat. Give me a second. Let me go find this shit.
Hey, no gay shit allowed, bro. Hey, no gay shit allowed, bro. Hold up.
Hey. Yo, you give Night Schumer. Knowledge.
He'll be back.
If you dwell in the past, you live. You on some devil shit. Live in the present to live backwards. That's evil shit. We just the eyes to be the ones to witness it. Santa never bought me shit on my Christmas list. The obvious list, signs of the times you clearly shouldn't miss. Lies after lies after lies to control you with. Backfire cause some eyes don't trust shit. Everything's a code. That's some shit. That's some shit I got.
Man, I like that though. I like that shit.
That's what Austin right there. Hey, bro, we used to be on the Discord going ham.
You already know.
You already know, but can't nobody see us with them bars. We are the true stars. These niggas ain't even lying with ours. They doors is ajar.
Just throwing the jar.
They ain't even. They blinking. My blink is worth for every fucking thought in your eye. Your eye wasn't the meant for the eye when it meant for it to be I. The I wasn't the E in the I, the I-E. The E was the E in the L, the Elohim. The Elohim wasn't the L was meant to dream. The king of the kings of Martin Luther. These niggas know that I'm shooting these fucking rays shining like the sun. Need to get fucking bathed, behave. You walking around in the mental fucking cave. Hey, look, man, this is how we do it, man. The world is living in the rage. Piece of shit and going to a whole nother page. People dropping shit. The world living in the rage. That shit is for free. Y'all ain't got to pay the price. Just pay a little fucking attention while I give you advice from my device as I'm speaking through my device with my vice. All I need is the grip to grip the vice on my life. God damn. That shit, I empty the Christ on my Christ. These niggas know that we raised to live my life for my rights. I didn't even have the pen to write the rights on my rights. All I had to do was think was right when was right. I knew was right was in my mind. I'm shining like the light. I'm bright. These niggas know that the flow is fucking tight. Hey, look, man. We can do this shit all day and all night, man. When you connect to the harmony, you're going to speak freely anyway. You just got to put it to a rhythm. You're going to put that shit to a rhythmatic
not
cadence.
everybody can do that shit, bro. Trust me.
Yes, you can. You can.
Right, here's what I got. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this right quick. I only wrote down a couple. Hold up. I wrote down a couple sentences from HOTC. I'm going to drop this, and this is all you're getting from me. All right? HOTC, House of True Consciousness. Open invite to minds with true knowledge. Save your money, no need for college. Just a mic drop from phase 1 in the projects.
He won. He won. I swear to God, he blowed us all out. Everything we said, he won. He won, bro. We said some dope ass shit, bro. And then he said that made absolute sense to what we talking about. That's why he won. It went right into what the fuck we talking about, and this is what I wrote. Boom, bam, and he said it. That's what wisdom is.
On the track.
Even when he come in on harmony, what he said was rhythm to what he fucking wrote. That shit was so dope. God damn.
If I can get access to my old bars, bro, I'll throw some of that shit in the back chat for y'all to hear.
No, but Huey Riff Raff. You know who Riff Raff is?
Oh, he clear.
Yeah, I know.
That's CP. He can.
Yeah, because you got to speak in a circle. Look, I learned that by creating a style. Like I learned that doing the realizing that the spell. So instead of speaking in directly, speak it in a circle where the universe can run circles around it, because that's what they're doing, running circles around us. So if you can run so many circles, you can rap around it. You'll have them running laps, trying to catch you on the track, trying to figure when you can come back around. But you on your own cadence. I'm on my own time. So, that's why I be speaking that shit for my. You feel me? That shit is just so dope. That shit is ill, though. That's how I came up with that shit. That's why I come up with that shit. Be like, peace to the collective conscious mind and all critical thinkers that thought out the mind and spoke through all the speakers. The subwoofers, the tweeters, and the preachers, and the teachers, your regular scheduled features, sister feeders. They try to kill us from what they feed us. So they beat it, assassinated all of our leakers, took our freedom and they land and gave us Jesus. Me never believed them. Glad that I knew better. Cause dude is a bubbling crew, Drew dropper. The one who spooked all the ghosts and the goblin. Took bread, turned it into toast and start robbing. Been down this road before, so I got options. I say, I'm trying to see the profit. Invested my interest is not false profits. Murder, money, guns, and drugs is the topic. While everyday life in the hood is fucking toxic. I say, because the Pope and the priest is sweet as potpourri, but they still put guns in the hood like cheap meat.
Bar. Spit hot fire. Here we be. Play with them. That's my dog.
Man, this shit is easy, man. You feel me? I do this shit easy, man. I be wanting to put somebody, I be daring them and think that I'm just gonna come with some mumble rap, and then I just can really just go into a real fucking rage rap. I will have their ass wrapped up. I be wanting to battle somebody. You be saying K Reno, he dope, but he can't put no shit together like that. I don't give a fuck. Tell him to come over. Tell him to say something like that.
Tell him to come see the guy. Tell him to come see the guy.
Come on. See the
come
guy.
Come to heaven. Bro. Come to heaven and see the guy. We got him.
And he want to talk about earth don't matter and gold earth don't matter. We gonna show him why that shit he be talking about don't matter. With his space age, we gonna jump into his space and go invade his space because he fucking with the real ones. We are the invading other spacers. This is how we do. I can speak that shit out. I write that shit in my mind, bro. I'm telling you, this shit's so easy, bro. The power of the pen and the power of the pen with the mind within is so dope, bro. Because you can create everything what you walking with. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. The power don't even matter. I just let him have that. He can have his shine. He was meant for him to have it. I'm glad for him. I'm thankful.
Hey, you. They took. Hey, that's why they took Cursive out of the writing system for what you just said, bro. Now our kids can't even learn cursive writing. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because I used to write so many rhymes. Look, I used to, while my teacher was teaching, I used to just write rhymes about everything that I was going to do and just get up and walk out the class and just be doing. People would be like, how do you just do what you do? Because I just wrote it. It's the first that she wrote. Yeah, it's the power you can write, bro. And then I said, man, I need to start writing. I wrote so much during my life at an early age that I be turning the pages of my life as I be living them. My kids, I knew I was going to be involved in their life. I'd never leave them. I wrote all of this shit down. Me and Knowledge was talking about this earlier, about doing the holographic universe. Remember I was telling y'all about the power of thinking, and we steady giving them power, and we steady say, yeah, this gonna happen, and we got to get ready for the goddamn, for the hard times. We got to get ready for it. They need to be ready for you. Because you done rebirth yourself and you want you to move. The world need to be ready for you now because they time to stop. The world ain't moving.
The world is the time.
You control the thinking out.
The world is the time of the earth.
Pushing now. The business can move more power.
Are you breaking up now, Huey? They breaking you up because you spitting that real shit.
Yep. You know they gonna do it. You say it every time, bro. They always do it when
every time you start.
We switch it up,
bro. Quick.
Never stop. As soon as it switch up, and the power is that we giving them because we gave them the power to be around in our circumference, in our space. We created them in our world, so they're a part of our conversation. They listening in that realm. You got to realize our mind realm is the most powerful realm where they able to operate within our circle. Look at my
that's where they disconnect us from, and that's the best way to get you operating your dark space while you're not paying attention to it. They got you.
Got you trapped in the goddamn web. I was thinking about that shit. I'm like, man, inside your head, they got you trapped in the web inside your head. That they created that web, be able to get into the signal. They know how to fly into the signal. It's like seeing the spider web, and you still just fly into it.
The World Wide Web. The World Wide Web. www.
It's the internet. Your internet.
Yeah, that's it.
Man. Shit crazy, bro. See how rapping can just take us into a whole nother mode. But yeah, the holographic world, bro. I'll be looking at. Have you ever seen yourself trapped in between the mirror? Have you ever been in the mirror where you touching the mirror inside it, and then the other side of the mirror you can touch it, and then you can push it out away from you with your left far as you reach, and then you can push it and it'll move, but it's like come back to you, and like the other side, you're like, God damn, I'm right here on this mirror too, and you like in between the mirrors. Now you like, damn, I let both of the mirrors close me into my body. I'm like, you know how you be trapped between a rock and a hard place? It's like, where do you go? How do you move? And then you move to your left and to your right. right? You was moving to your right and your left on the other side, and then you try to turn the other way, a 90-degree angle, and it's another mirror the other way. And it's not even the same mirror, it's another dimension. You feel me? Because, like, oh shit, bro, being trapped in that motherfucker is a bitch, y'all. I don't know, bro. Like, I might have just lost y'all with that. So I don't know. But just being in that mirror, bro.
I think for the most part, a whole lot of people don't like to even fabricate the thoughts of what we saying because it's not something they can see. And that's the biggest deception, is what you can't see is always the deadliest. The shit you see is they put that there on purpose. It's there on purpose. Right. So you should look to when you can't see. Because
they don't believe that it's spirits walking around. They don't believe that like the dead is living, walking amongst them. They couldn't believe that the air is alive. They don't believe that the trees are alive. They don't really think that they could talk to the trees and the grass. They don't think that the birds and the breezes, they must don't think that they're alive either. And when they tweeting, they listening, and they talking to you. Like, but the more you start talking, like right now, I'm outside and I'm talking, I don't hear none of the birds tweet. Because they listening. You might hear one every now and then making noise or something, but they in tune. They in tune to your vibration, the energy that you are putting out, even when you walking about, because you are trapped inside the immortal waters. This is what it is. And it's a vision. The holographic world is just being projected to us from a higher realm. You feel me? It's being projected to us from a realm so high up that is broadcasted live. It's like the movie Truman Show. It's like everybody is the star in their own movie. Like, it's the craziest shit ever, yo. Like, I don't know what y'all think about that. The holographic world.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just coming back.
Welcome back. But yeah, Huey, that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, all I know is I feel like that the things that we talk about are deliberately gave to us by some entity to talk about it as a collective consciousness, a collective group, to give it manifestation, to give it energy. So I feel like if we know this, we should start, like you saying, let's say what we want to happen, regardless of what the fuck we think they gonna make it happen. But it's us. And it's the language that we use and the words we use are giving this shit the fire, the fuel in the fire. It's giving them this shit because the words mean some words are double meaning. So when you using them, you don't know if you gifting the motherfucker or cursing them. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying we should change the language. We should change the way we like the morning shit. It should be rising, or like the heaven high instead of hell low type of shit. The no black and white shit. Of course, leave that shit at the book because that's the bullshit. That's the chessboard. And I'm just saying, you know, let's start changing the way we.
Earlier, bro, like how we got to switch up and how much things that I try to switch up from the ordinary. You feel what I'm saying? When people say certain things to you, you got to hit them with something different and just throw their shit out.
Hey, y'all, what's the name of this? What's the name of this back chat?
It don't have a name.
Hey, what's up, Knowledge, though? How you feel, though?
Knowledge Mike went out.
Hey, I'm about to put some in the back chat, man. Y'all niggas check that shit out. Tell me how y'all feel. What y'all feel about that shit? It's old as fuck, bro.
Put them in the back chat.
I'll put some in the back chat. That knowledge thing is so real, bro. That's why I be trying to speak in circles and try to fuck it up. Like, he ain't really say nothing. He spelt words out. He stuttered. He said, but you got to know that all of that shit is a word. Fa is a word. Fa is another vibration that come up. Sh is a fucking verb. A word that gives another energy. The ch is a whole nother. All of this shit, every little fucking syllable and phrase and frequency word that we use is a fucking another thing that can be used. It's literally a word in another language. I might just be like, ch, and you be like, man, you ain't say nothing but in another language. I just said, you know what I'm saying, what's up?
In another I just saw that picture that you put in the back chat. You a damn fool, bro.
You say what?
I saw
What'd you
that
say?
picture you put in the back chat. You a damn fool.
Hey, it's shit you can do when you're legal. You feel me?
Hey man, where do I get one of them tables at?
Craigslist.
Thank you.
Yo,
Does it come with the accessories?
No, I had to go to the store and buy those.
It's beautifully done, my friend. I love the decoration.
Hey y'all, that shit 5 years old. Y'all tell me if y'all fuck with that shit, bro. That's me when I was young, bro.
All right, I'm gonna check it when we get out, because if I hit it now, it's gonna cut y'all off.
Nigga, you riding a tricycle with footies on with the ball. Hey, Huey P. Hey, I know Huey P personally. Hey, Huey. Tell him you wear an Afro wig. Tell him.
Hell no.
Hey, Truth got a motherfucking ankle bracelet on.
Talking about Fruity P, bro.
Hey, sir, all you, drop. All you need is a fucking banana, bro. That's you right there. I don't like that shit right there. I'm about to drop a dime on them niggas. Looking at.
Hey, nigga, you wear a diamond ankle bracelet at your wedding.
That's fucked up.
Bro, you still wrap bandanas around your wrist and shit like the Hot Boys.
Nigga, you wore your football uniform to your prom.
Hell
cool, bro. That's what's cool. You see how we did that? Everything cool. That's the best medicine in the world.
They cut him out. He was telling the truth.
Because he was talking that bullshit.
Oh, shit.
I'm waiting on him to jump back in. I got some jokes for his ass.
Hey, Truth, let me ask you, is that one, did you have to get a stamp for that? I don't want to ask what it is. You'll answer my question by answering that question.
Hey, bro, every time I say something real, the game guy cut me off.
Hey, Sir Drop, somebody said you look like Bernie Mac little nephew and shit, bro.
I thought you said his niece.
That little big head kid with the glasses on with the Bernie Mac show.
No, they hate like a motherfucker because they told me you look like Puff Daddy's grandkid.
Don't ever do that again.
I lost.
Stop while you're ahead.
I can be defeated, motherfucker. I'm defeated.
Drop, you keep that shit up, I'm gonna roll you up and put you in my pocket.
Hey, Corey, you sound like you chew tobacco chew.
Bill Snub.
Like you got a spitting problem.
Hey, that boy Sir Drop smoke Winston's 100s and shit.
Hell yeah.
Cool filter, no filter.
Misties.
Nigga, you freak your fucking cigarettes and put them in the black and mild.
He's freaking black.
Yeah, let me get a black and mild. Let me get a 4-pack of 211. Looking at
it. Some wine coolers.
No, hold on. Let me get a Bud Ice and 2 singles, ass nigga.
Let me catch a shout.
Let me get a single blunt, a Bud Ice, and 3 Mavericks, ass nigga.
Maverick. That's fucked up.
Man, y'all crazy as hell, man.
Hey, sir, look like that nigga. You walk past me, actually. Hey, brother, you know your nationality? Look at it.
You the one hitchhike for the bus ass nigga. just get on the bus and say, "I got you later, bro."
Hey,
Go-
hey, your ass was in that classroom with only 6 kids and shit, boy.
You played volleyball with the females, ass nigga. You played the drums in a fucking band, ass nigga. What the fuck? The goddamn baton twirler for the championship game.
Baton twirler.
You had lunch tickets you sold for fucking cigarettes, guys. I never lose. I swear to God, I don't. I swear to God, I don't. I never lose in nothing. We can fucking arm wrestle. You'll beat me 10 times, and I beat you the last time, and never fucking arm wrestle you again. Period.
Your idea of getting lucky is a scratch off?
It's your idea of getting lucky. Your idea of getting lucky is buying your girl a goddamn dick machine. My God, I swear to God, I don't lose. I don't. But I just, hey,
you didn't lose. You didn't lose that big ass.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Sir Drop, I'm finna drop your high school photo in the back chat, bro.
Y'all can hear me now?
Drop it.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Hey, True. You know what his fault?
Hey, look in the back chat. It's Sir Drop photo and shit from high school.
His senior picture is a picture of his mouth.
Hold on, man. If I look in that back chat, motherfucker, and you really got a picture of me, I'm done with you, bro. I'm about to go look. It better be
hell no. Hell no. That boy look like the Baphomet.
Is it me? Hey, Cautious, is that me or not? Or is
that look like E.T.
You know this shit, bro. As long as it ain't me for real, bro.
They made that nigga take his hat off for the photo and shit.
and his makeup.
But y'all dick swinging each other on the joke.
Nah, fuck that, bro.
I'm just keeping it 1,000 the flex off me. That was
Drop the way your face is looking in that picture, man. I don't think you have room to talk.
Hold on, I gotta go look at this shit. What you just fucking post?
Hey, you look like E.T.
About to fall out. I swear to God.
You look like E.T. you look like E.T. Baphomet E.T. dog.
He cut money though. Hold on. Am I supposed to be?
The dude he said do it look like he still carries 40 ounces.
No, I lost. I'm not about to come back. I'm not about to go back and forth with that. No, y'all say something else about me. I'm befriending y'all. I lost. I can see this to the fucking situation.
Ain't your friend no more.
Look at you though. How am I battle that? Look at it. I lost, bro.
No.
Hey, you look like your ass starting yourself out to
Man, I swear, this panel is lit right now.
Oh, we be kicking all the time. Knowledge, you know that. Quit playing, Knowledge. We kick it all.
Man, what you talking about, man? Hey, salute. Peace and love to everyone. Real shit.
And ain't nobody realer than a woman, or she wouldn't be your bitch. Let me tell y'all again. Only reason why that's your bitch, because she realer than your motherfucking ass. Thank you.
Was it a public service announcement?
Third drop facts.
That nigga girl right next to him. That's why he said that shit.
I know.
Yeah. Baby, watch this. Watch this. We're live. Watch.
No, baby know I'll go against the grain. No, I don't gotta do nothing like that. Nigga, I'm old as fuck. I wish I was young like y'all. I'm old as fuck, bro. I saw that, bro.
Hey, Spare Drop, you ain't that damn old.
Man, I want to ask y'all all this. What's the most important thing thus far? Yeah, that's my wife. She's building in the background. So, what's the most important thing in life thus far everyone has learned?
Your baby mama.
And what's the simplest lesson in life?
Your baby mama.
Tell someone else. I ain't your baby mama.
You said, hey, say it again.
Your baby mama.
What's the most important thing you don't learn out of life? You can share with someone.
The most important thing and the most simple thing is the same thing. Do dirt.
Go ahead.
Do dirt by yourself.
No, man.
I'm just talking about beyond dirt. Like you see a motherfucker that's in despair.
Oh, I'm gonna help.
Like I did this before. You seen a motherfucker that cautious you was there. You seen a motherfucker that's in despair. What could you do to rise that motherfucker up?
First of all, you probably would have to. You probably would have to tell them. I mean, first of all, I think the most important thing it is to know that self is first. You put yourself first so you can help others. If you don't make yourself first, you can't help nobody else. That's facts.
Facts.
So that's what I learned. Stop trying to put everybody before me, because I can't help them when I'm doing it. So when I tell a mother I had to tell them this, I have to tell them that first. Then I tell them that like the next thing I tell them is shit. Most of this shit comes from what you think and what the fuck you put out, because anything that's in you gonna get put out. So you need to make sure you changing the way you feel inside. You know what I mean? First, work on yourself. Pretty much. That's what I learned.
Yeah. Hey, that's some deep shit, bro. I feel you on that.
That's some deep shit. Let me turn my camera on. Got my head on this motherfucker.
No, keep the head off, bro. Keep the head off.
Broadcast on. Let me
take the head off. Take the head off.
Let me take my light. This some brother polite type. I take my head off.
Oh, bro, still got his line, and I can't do
that. My shit is sharp. You know what I'm saying? Put my head on like that. All right. Trigger, what up?
What it do though?
So, man, what you think about that?
About what?
The most important thing you don't learn out of life so far within your many cycles of the sun.
To be honest, man, what I learned is to man, work on yourself and always keep an open mind to want to learn more, man. Because the minute you think you don't learn everything there is to learn, bro, you stop developing, man. You stop evolving. You stop adding to what you already know, man. You stop graduating as a human, man. Like, so I realize, bro, a lot of shit going on right now is the actual product of us being disconnected with what's really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So that come with knowledge, us knowing certain shit and us now knowing what we didn't know. So the most important thing I learned is this time around this time is to always keep a half full glass, man. Never allow your glass to be full, man. Don't never walk into a situation with your glass full, man. Like, once you do that, you ain't gonna never have no kind of room for no type of interpretation in there. That's how I look at it.
You want me to learn how I do things around here?
Yeah, I'm finding third floor.
That was deep, Ricky. Hey, mute your fucking mic, bro. Listen. Come on, man. We are. Hold on. Baby just took my last pizza roll. Oh no, I got 2 left. She took like I had 3 pizza rolls.
Core, you still there? Not.
Oh no, my shit was slapping. Naughty ain't there. Naughty.
What do you mean? Bam.
Naughty.
Bam,
Naughty,
left jab, left jab, uppercut.
So Naughty.
Yeah.
Brother, express your sentiments and expound about the most important thing in this experience we call life. What's the best thing to take out of it?
These nuts.
Got him.
I had to, but go ahead, man. My fault. Sorry about that.
Got him.
I gotta I mean, you know, that's not an easy question to answer because you got all kind of variables. Variables. You know, you have your children, you have your money, you have your nice living, you have a lot of things going on where you don't want to just name one thing. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really put that in a book. The whole experience is beautiful, man. Just enjoy it. Try to get as much out of it as you can, and I don't know. Just look forward towards moving forward at all times. That's basically it.
I feel you, brother. I feel you already. One world.
Yeah.
So, with your findings of electromagnetic technology and understanding how we can utilize this to create free energy, what is
Hey, that's your wifey knowledge?
I can't even answer the question.
Don't got a wifey, or that's what it sounds like.
Hey, before he answers that, I want to say I want to give you mine real quick to the question since I didn't even get to put my input. But real quick,
hey Shinobi, land it right after this.
Hey, look at Caution Page.
Hold up, let me land this so Shinobi can talk because he was about to say some dope shit. If your household don't sound like that background, you ain't got no woman. Period. You don't got a bitch. Listen, they keep us grounded. But go ahead, Shinobi. My fault. Period. If I'm lying, man, my brother beat one of y'all niggas up. Period. Anyway, let me pause for you. Go ahead, Shinobi.
Hey, look at Caution picture, bro.
Caution look like I'm just.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to me, man. Like, just to put it short and sweet.
Yeah, go ahead, Shinobi. Go ahead, brother.
It's fucking around right now, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Basically, my opinion on that is, damn it, the question is, God damn it, I forgot this road was blocked. Okay, so the most important thing to you, what you learned, I would say that is love for me, and true love at that. And what that is to me is basically having a child born into this world that you created. And like, there's nothing more important to me in my life than that. And understanding what love, like when you have a child and understand what true love is at that moment, and like what you're willing to do for it, what you're willing to give up you're willing to fucking die for it. You know what I mean? So that's how I would probably answer that.
Hey,
But
Shinobi, did you know that, like, what you said is absolutely 1,000? But did you know the female control the narrative? You will find yourself going stir crazy because this female is controlling the narrative of your child. This is why you can pay child support or not. This is why
I got the opposite situation though.
Oh, so you
my daughter looks up to me.
No, I'm saying who got custody.
We don't do custody.
No, listen. No, here's what I'm saying right quick. If she had your baby, right, and moved to California, you just gotta bow down. You can't stop her from moving to
Shit,
California.
I wish she would do that. I'm trying to get back to Cali.
No,
but I feel you though, bro. I feel you though. I'm just fucking around. For real though, like I feel you.
Come back to it, you will see what I'm saying.
He can stop her from leaving. You can't do that.
Hold up, stop. What I'm saying is this: they have custody and grounds for the behavior of that child until you regain it, which is court system. So when they had a baby, they can name that baby Asalam Balabudabugaba. Period. You can't say shit. That's the fucking baby name. Period. And then boom, they give the female a chance. Only way you can gain custody and change that if she fuck up. So now you know what custody is. Now she got grand custody. Reason why is that's the only way you can track the blood, because sperm don't have blood. The blood going to the baby from sperm giving the energy.
So now we're talking metaphysics then, brother.
Right. So now once the energy go into the egg, the woman pumps the blood into the egg. Listen, bro. Don't cut me off because it's dope. Let me finish. The woman pumped the blood into the egg and pumped the soul into the egg. So to track the soul, you track men. To track the blood, you track women.
Well, it starts multiplying, and then it forms an embryo.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna jump back in a couple of minutes. I gotta charge my phone up.
All right, you already know, brother.
You gotta take the trash out with a motherfucking.
Boy, get your drunk ass Uncle Lewis looking ass up. Hey, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off for a minute too, man, so I can grab my little girl. So peace out to you guys, and I'll talk to you later on if you're still going in.
All right, bro.
Shinobi put the stroller with a. Go ahead.
Wait, One World. We got One World. It's your turn, brother. One World right there with his perpetual motion machine.
Oh, my phone has been. I thought my shit was muted.
One World getting that money.
So One World. So, express your sentiments and the importance of free energy and how we must utilize that coming into the future.
Free energy for the future. You know, ain't nothing free in this world. You're gonna have to work hard for it.
But I said moving forward towards it.
You gotta work hard for it. Even to get this free energy shit. This is it's not easy. You know? But you know, but once you get a hang of it, you know, it becomes easy though. You know.
Now, free energy. Let me tell y'all something.
So doing studies of this, because I see you find it very curious, because it's right there. So, what is the most important thing out of that you can build upon and express to us?
I think I'm gonna need you to try to rephrase that one a little bit for me.
How to sell the free energy that's harnessed. How do you harness the free energy and reduplicate it amongst the masses?
Okay. When we're dealing with the free energy aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? Then we're getting into how we're gonna extract.
When we're talking about it, like what you're doing right now, because somebody can always make it smaller. That's always been the idea. Do it big and then make it small. Make it small, you make it compact, it becomes affordable, then it becomes ancient. It's always history repeats itself. That's just like with computers, anything that's going on technological. They're doing it with solar panels now. They're actually making small solar panels. So the idea I'm asking to you to express upon is the future of this information you have and the ideas of free energy, as far as using magnets and other things such of that nature, what you would like to call electromagnetic technology.
All right, well, usually, see, what's going to make this really weird is because the laws
how can it help the future
that this can't happen.
How can it help?
It would by bringing the power to the people, by giving the power to the people, that's definitely going to make you independent. You know what I'm saying? That can give you the ability to live off the grid. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be able to do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you had that knowledge.
And let me say this right quick. If you get a power to the people, you give power to the 99%. That's why the 1% got power. It got about. If you get power,
but what kind of advancements could lead to that? Just off this certain basic idea, Could we have toilets that's free energy? Could we have lights in the house that's free energy? Could we make batteries that's running off just free energy? Like how can it help us in the future?
Hey, now to have the knowledge of making this shit, you can make it just like they making it for us. So like you will need to know the blueprint of the shit. And pretty much the free energy like a slap in the face when you say it, because it's like they telling your ass that you are free energy to their ass. Cause without us, they ain't got shit.
Hey, Cautious, I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, reason why they got power, right? The 1% got power over the 99% is because if the 99% had the power over the 1%, it wouldn't be a percentage. It's called above and below. It's called left, right. It's called yin yang. It's called. But y'all finished Bill, and I had to say that. I hope some people.
Well, I was just saying.
I look at it like this because I'm seeing advancements in all kinds of things, as far as charging phones, the reception of phones, switching over to 5G within the next 3 to 5 years. So in the next 10 years, 4G will be like 2G to us right now. So with all them things going on, they got charging pads. So they're eliminating sockets. They're going off frequencies. You know what I'm saying? To connect things, and doing that is using magnets to make a charge. Charging pads, they're using magnets to make a charge. So I'm just saying, like, how could this stuff help us in the future rather than the technology we're using today? That's all I was asking, brother.
Well, it's the same technology, really. You know what I'm saying? The only thing,
they simplifying it though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the object is that people are lazy and they don't want to do nothing. Mm-hmm. So the more that you can do for them that they don't have to do, then that's what people are into. You know what I'm saying? That everybody wants something to happen automatic. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to drive a manual car anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everything wants it automatic, one touch for everything. You know what I'm saying? That they want to walk in your house and say lights on. Say that again?
That's why Tesla invented them cars. You can cruise on the highway as long as you want for goddamn 50 miles. And goddamn the car be on cruise control, driving by itself.
I'm why not? But you know what I'm saying? But you know the powers that be, they can make $1 off that shit. And I don't know if we ever gonna get out of that shit. The only thing I think that we can do is we just have to get the knowledge, start doing shit on our own, and leave the system. It's probably gonna be the only way that they'll change. But other than that, they're not gonna change. You know, everybody around us is deaf, dumb, and blind. You know what I'm saying? We that's why it's only a few of us in here talking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I try to tell these motherfuckers, and they look at me, here comes the flat Earth, or here he think. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, y'all can be, you can be dumb all you want to, you know what I'm saying? Because my eyes is wide the fuck open. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, the Earth is round, bro.
It is round.
They'll drop you crazy. Yeah, it is. Flattened around. Like a pizza face.
Yeah, basically. I'm glad you stole my whole delivery.
I read your mind. I read your energy.
That was true. Go ahead, Knowledge. Knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge. Hey, y'all know Knowledge got a motherfucking ice cream truck.
Shit, they get money.
Yeah, Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, I got the hook up. Nah,
they got ice cream and 8 balls.
Now for real though, man, I cook y'all up with some ice cream, man. Y'all want some ice cream?
No, for real, dog. Log in a Court TV, man. He sell helium balloons. Court TV.
You crazy.
He sell helium.
Helium balloon.
yo, think about it. If you had actually made a hot air balloon or a blimp and decide to take it up out your backyard and just do a little bit of traveling with it, somebody's gonna come see you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That means we're not free.
That's real talk.
That means we're not free.
Yeah. That was a good one right there.
And it go all the way to why you can't fly over the North Pole, because you would go to the next land.
Nah, because these motherfuckers don't want you to do shit. They want your ass to do what they want you to do, to use your free ass energy. That's you. You are the free energy. You doing it.
Hey, now that I got y'all on here, I wanted to share this with y'all because I think that this game that I'm playing is very much like on a flat Earth. I don't know what the words is. You know what I'm saying? It's in those areas, right? And what I noticed is that when you're in one world, like let's say like how we all in here under one thing, there is a way to leave to go to another bubble. And go to another bubble, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like raindrops, and you know what I'm saying? And not just one ripple. It wasn't just one drop. It's a whole raindrops. And each time that the water hit the rain hit the water, that was a whole new bubble. It seems that maybe after you pass the ice, you get to the next bubble. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like those ice that ice center is like we're in is a separation. Just look at it like a circle in a square. Yeah, it's a circle in a square. That ice ring that's going around us it's like square. And there's another bubble on each side of it. You know what I'm saying? A whole new world. This is how that game is playing. And once I seen that, I says, I bet you that's exactly how this shit is going. And these guys got some shit. I just wanted to always throw that one out there because I noticed nobody never really went there with it.
Hey, One World, what's dope about that is it's called the lily pad. I call it the lily pad theory. up or down, bounce to bounce, what makes infinity. You know what I'm saying? So you know how lily pads float in the water or whatever. You go to another lily pad, that's another world. You go
Right.
in the air to another lily pad, that's another world. So all this shit is fucking flat planes on lily pads. We only get told the fucking land that we see. We only get told about Africa, Europe, this, that, and the third. That's one lily pad. How many lily pads is it to explain all the earth? You dig me? I don't know if
Yeah.
that's too deep, but okay, now we got 100 lily pads vertical. Then you got 100 lily pads downward, 100 lily pads upward. So now you got infinite things everywhere. What lily pad is you on? That's what consciousness is. When you figure out the lily pad you on, there's people living a parallel universe with us right now on a different lily pad. They gotta figure out holograms. They gotta figure out seeing. I mean, then you got primitive people that's fucking living in the ancient age, fucking making fire with fucking sticks. Then you got us. Understand all this shit continues.
It's like it's continuing to go on, even though everything's progressing. But the where you at is where you at. You know what I mean? In your time as you progressing, and you know what I mean. So every level is still humans or beings, but they all in a certain, you know, past, present, future type of thing. Like they still doing some shit that's old to us. Yeah, but we, if somebody from the one in front of us come this way type of shit, they'll be like, dang, they still on that old shit. Like we all, everybody thing is old to somebody. In other words, and I feel like it's like a lot of this shit for real, man. And they just don't want to tell you this shit because it keeps you thinking that you ain't shit, that it ain't shit, that we are an accident. You know what I mean? Keep you off your game because you think you're not even nothing. You think you just an accident. And whether people admit it, that's what the fuck that shit do to you. If you believe in the science shit that they tell you, you know what I mean? The shit that they give you is some crazy ass shit. But when we have a dialogue like this, motherfuckers will think we crazy, but this shit sound more logical than the shit they give you with all them stupid ass numbers and all that bullshit going on, and this going this fast, and this doing this and this. You ain't got shit. You don't know shit. You just telling us some shit, and we thinking and we coming up with shit with our mental. And y'all motherfuckers is you know what I'm saying? They watching everything, they listening to everything. That we making their ass be better. That's all it is.
Yeah. You see my camera?
Yeah.
This is a voltage meter. I got it hooked up right now to a copper coil. This little one right here. I got a few of them going around this machine here that I'm building. But this little piece right here, I got this hooked up to. And on top of these right here is I took apart a microwave and I took the magnets out. And I bust the magnets in half and put it on each wheel. Now, as the magnet goes over the copper coil, look what's happening. You see it's starting to read voltage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's strictly from just me moving this with my hand.
Your hand, exactly.
Right. So now what's happening is it's creating a voltage. Now at the voltage, what I'm doing is I've been building these little circuit boards that's going to run this. And what's going to happen is this is not a big voltage. This is not enough that's going to light up a light bulb. It's not going to turn the TV on and on. That's a little bit, you know what I mean? But what's going to happen is that we're going to take that little bit and we're going to make it charge up in a capacitor. And then we're going to step that voltage up and boost it where it's enough to actually propel this by itself. So what's going to happen is that only thing I'm going to do is start it with my hand, and as this is doing this and it's charging up that capacitor, then the capacitor is going to spit it back, and then it's going to keep going. And as this keeps going, it's going to be generating more and more. Now, that's just on one of them. Like I said, I can put these coils all around. I can keep making coils all I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really going on. So when you see some of those videos, and first of all those videos that you see on YouTube and stuff like that's doing that, they're all fake. Okay? Just want to let y'all know that. All of them. They're all look at my face. All of them. They're all fake. You know what I'm saying? The only real one that you're going to see working is this one right here. The reason why is because it's going to take all of these circuit stuff, and let me get my bag and show you my notes and show you all my schematics that I'm actually been building to make this, and you're going to see all of this notes and works that it's going to take to actually make this start working and then start charging and doing stuff for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just not simple where you're just going to take this and I'm going to feed it back to itself. I'm going to spin it and they do that shit in like 2-3 minutes or something on it. Nah, it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? But can we make it work? Yeah, that's what I do. See, the laws say that it can't be done. The law, I'll tell you that right now. So that's the reason why these people, like, let's say Gary, shout out to Gary. I don't mean no harm right now. He would say that because he reads, you know what I'm saying? And if you read, I'm sure you're going to read all sorts of engineers that's going to tell you, no, the laws of physics says. I got engineer friends. They're going to tell me what the laws of physics says. I said, well, that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Every time that they make a law and tell you something can't be done, somebody makes it get done. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to tell me I can't when you just looking at me right here, making it with my hand move. Are you trying to tell me I can't put a circuit together that when I spin this, that'll be enough to catch it and then spit it back and make it spin some more?
Keep giving and
hey, one world.
Pushing and
I wanted to say something right quick while you were on it. I know the engineers will say it won't work. I'm into cars. And if you look at, how you change XYZ on a car, you can go to the service department at the dealership and they will tell you you can't do it unless you pull the motor. We do it all the time without pulling the motor. There's always hidden agendas that people can't comprehend. They don't want you knowing this because then you don't need them.
Yeah. You cut out the middleman. They don't want to be left out.
Well, and like with cars, you can go to the mechanic and I'm ASE certified. I've been doing this for 30 years. I think I would know. Well, bro, I just did it. Well, no, that's impossible. I did because they're under the fucking ether too. They believe the rhetoric. So you go to your engineer guys, they've been taught you can't do it. So why do something when you've been told you can't do it?
Well, of course, the people act like the common law thing is like they don't think this shit is logical. When the first thing they teach a lawyer is that, and then when they bury their ass in them books, and then they forget the common law, they throw it out the door. They'll argue with you all day about what the law is. If you try to talk law with a lawyer, you don't know what the color. You know what I'm saying. So
there's a true story about a kid in a math class, and he used to sleep in math. Well, the teacher put up a math problem that couldn't be solved. Nobody's ever solved it. Well, the kid slept in class. He woke up, saw the problem on the board, scribbled it down, and went home. The kid, I guess he still has the record. He solved the damn thing because he didn't know it couldn't be solved.
Nobody
thought it was homework.
Put a cap space on him. Nobody put
exactly.
Exactly.
No, one word. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I love when people are like, because you have a placard on your wall, you know all. No, bro. It's the guys without the placards that haven't been conditioned that do great things because they haven't been conditioned.
Yeah. And Court, now that you say that, that's exactly what you must do to your little ones. Your little ones, you gotta not put their cap though. Don't make them feel like it ain't time for them to learn this or know this or do this. It's not no time. No, there's no age on it. And don't you know, tell them that they can't do it. That's like tell them,
Well,
if you don't teach them what gravity is, then they'll fly.
Exactly.
So one of the things with the homeschooling deal is I always show them videos because we do have technology. I do use it to my advantage for my kids and my family. Is you'll see some little 7-year-old that, you know, never really did good in school, got picked on, and for whatever reason nobody knew it, but this little 7-year-old come home and just jack up a piano. And I'm like, don't ever let age, because the system teaches you at a certain age you're capable of doing certain things. So don't you ever let an age stop you. There was a girl, this is another true story, I think she was 13. Mom and dad were at work. It was just her. She was upstairs. Somebody broke in the house. Dude, she heard it. Dude comes up the steps. He starts walking up the steps. She turns around and grabs a shotgun. Well, she racks it and points it down the steps. And dude's like, "Oh, little sweetie, how you doing, little girl? You ain't gonna do that." Well, she blows him away. Well, I guess come to find out, she is the shotgun national, holds the shotgun national championship in that state. He done fucked up and put age.
Yep, on the face. Yeah, that's a valuable lesson for you.
Yep.
Yeah, good shit.
Yo, we still live, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. How come I
I
lost the chat room. I'm trying to find it again.
Yeah, we still live, man. I appreciate you brothers coming in and hanging out on the Saturday before the Super Bowl. Besides, I'm going for the Rams.
K4I put an awesome quote in there from Dr. Carter Woodson. If you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying in so many words.
That's the operating in the dog. That's what they operating on us. In your thinking pattern, they got you.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you can't think for yourself and you can't let go of what you've been taught, because that shit. That's what I said. They give the shit on the surface is on purpose. That's what I say.
Whatever's been given to you freely is going to be the most expensive lesson in your life.
That's deep.
That shit was worth $1 million, bro. You say it again, man. Say it one more time so it sticks to the people.
Whatever's been given to you freely will be the most expensive lesson of your life.
Killed him.
Got him. No, you said.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If your girl cheat on you, you wasn't the one. No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Step your game up. Nah, yeah.
Fucking dropped.
Don't get the cussing her out. None of that, bro.
Yeah, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
You know what?
Just go on, man. Move on.
And the answer for the other guy, I wanted to say that if I would have knew how to wear a condom, I'd be rich. You know what I'm saying? Money right there.
Hey,
money kept isn't money spent.
That's why they say the root chakra is the most that's why all the energy just goes away, and we think right there first a lot. So you might heat of the moment, and as a man, it's gonna happen. Goddamn, you can't stop that. You can't be thinking like I ain't finna do this. You finna do it. Yeah, ain't gonna worry about it till after. You know what I'm saying? So. I wish if I knew what I knew now, though, I would have waited on mine too. I got 4, and I'm 37. I got 4.
Drop always comes with some crazy knowledge. Like this would be some drop knowledge right here. Like, and he gets all serious when he does it. He'd go, "Hey, bro, listen to this. Check it out. Check it out. Don't ever hit your girl unless she has it coming." Like, what the fuck?
That's him.
And you're like, yeah. Oh, come on, bro. And he's like, yeah, there you go.
And I like when he's like, hey, let me just get 17 seconds. And then
yeah. Bro, I'll give the mic right back to you. That's all right. We still love him. That's just drop. And we put up with it because we love him. See, now he's all pissed off and not saying nothing. Or he's hitting his girl. One of the two.
I told you don't do that to me when I be online.
Toy crying.
Your ass off the chain.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, man, we going to go back live up in a few, man. I want to end this right now because this has been electrifying. Everybody that's been watching, everybody that's been tuning in, thank you. The panelists, do you guys want to say anything before we end the broadcast?
Oh, man. Yeah, go ahead. I'll go last. Go ahead.
Man, this is a lot of us, I think y'all came together on this show. We've all been saying the same thing in different ways, that we can still have fun. We still need to learn because we're students, and there's nothing wrong with implementing what we're learning. You've got One World showing you what he's doing. He's not hiding it. It's not some secret, operation he's got going on. There's a lot of things that we've got to deprogram about ourselves, even for those of us that have been deprogramming. You're programmed for a reason. It takes time. So nobody's higher than the other. Some are just more advanced, but it doesn't give them authority or height over another. And this is the epitome of the shows that I think are good for the people. The people learn, we have a good time, and hopefully everybody walks away with either feeling a little bit better about themselves and on top of it, learning a little something.
Yeah.
True shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that I'm making sure we paying attention to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I sit out there with y'all. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? So I much love to everybody out there that's actually listening and interacting with us. We appreciate it. Love. One.
Yeah, I just say, like I said, man, peace to the chat, to everybody. Hey, and wrench up K4I. And man, everybody look, man, just kind of, man, deal with yourself for real. Like, really deal with yourself, and then you will be great. And that's all I gotta say. And hey, I love this shit, y'all. And I want people to start trying to change their mind and change the way we talk, change the way we, think every day. Like, that's some real deep shit. I think that's where it starts, whether you can see it or not. But that's all, y'all.
So basically, you saying challenge yourself.
Yeah, work. Pretty much.
Hell yeah, thumbs up, man. Challenge every move you make. Know if it's a fuck move or a fucking prosperous move. No, check yourself, slap yourself, hit your head on the wall. Period. And then you'll get yourself together. If everybody got themselves together, unity is fucking obsolete. Everybody gonna unify because we all together. But go ahead, bro.
Yo, Naughty, brother. Trigger. You guys want to say something before we end it?
Shit. Well, y'all already know, man. It's always good chopping it up with y'all. I've been busy as fuck. That's why I really ain't been on the panel sharing nothing, man. But I've been listening to everything. Goddamn. And I hope everybody else in the chat been listening. You know what I'm saying? We like to have these type of conversations, man, to spark the geniuses in the people that's listening, man, because they all are geniuses, bro. They just don't realize it yet, bro. And that's all we try to do is share knowledge and good ideas to help another person think of shit in a different way, so they feel like they're not crazy or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, I salute y'all brothers for what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say.
And let me say this for y'all close this show out. I think I'm smarter than everybody on this fucking panel, right? No, real talk, but I know I'm wrong. That's the whole thing.
That's it.
You gotta know you're wrong. But if you
That's
ever
right.
think less of yourself, it ain't gonna work, bro. You gotta think I'm him, bro.
Yep. I
I'm
am. We
him.
all I.
Yeah.
We all got different identities, but we all got the I. We all I, man. Everybody go by that.
When you lose winning. Shit. So if I lose to say I'm thinking I'm right? And I get on the court with LeBron James and he beat me, but I scored 1 point, man, I won.
Man, what?
I won.
I
Bro,
won.
nigga, I scored a point on your bitch ass. Nigga, you selling shoes. Nigga, I scored, bro. I won. No matter if you scored 38 points after that. Nigga, I scored on your bitch ass. Yeah, I scored on your bitch ass. That was me that did that. And I love it for it, bro. And that's life, bro. Know what you did. Fuck what somebody else did. Know that you raised them kids. Know that you brought that furniture. Know that you paid that fucking car note. Know that whatever you do is you, bro. And that's your life. Fuck everything else we teaching people. If I don't give a fuck for real about no goddamn dinosaurs, get the fuck out of here. I gotta pay this fucking electric. Period. Period. I ain't giving a fuck about no Donald Trump government shutdown. I don't care, bro.
Right.
You just gonna make me grab it back. Now, next thing you know, I'm selling dope again because he wanna shut the fucking government money down.
That just
Nigga,
lets you know
I'ma
you gotta goddamn get on your shit. Goddamn government
Yeah,
shut
I'm
down.
gonna get money. I'm gonna take care of
right.
mine. Period. I don't give a fuck if I gotta take theirs. Get the fuck out of here. Now they know that, so they know if they cut the government out, they gonna pay for it. Niggas the unwealthy, not niggas, because niggas think that shit black. Niggas mean the unfortunate.
Yeah, black ain't shit no way.
Right, hillbillies is niggas, niggas is niggas.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Everybody niggas, right?
Fucked up.
When you ain't getting that paper from the government, you a fucking nigga. Period. I don't give a fuck what race you is. You a dumbass nigga. What you thought you was? Royalty? Get the fuck out of here. So boom. When all the niggas come together, they gonna do the martial law. And can we win the fight? Can we win when they start bombing this shit? Hell no. That's why they so cocky though.
And you know what? And that's why I think that what me and Huey was talking about is what you really gotta go at them with. You can't worry about this physical body of yours at that moment. You need to be preparing for this now spiritually, so you can come back or whatever the hell happened on the out.
Hey, he right.
Whatever happened on the other end of the spectrum after they do what they do to you, because it's out of your control. You just want to control your dog space, man. That's all I say.
That was deep.
We ain't gonna worry about the physical, because they win. I mean, like, if it come to you on a micro scale, yeah, do your thing. But if it come on the macro, just go and take it. Like, go. I mean, go ahead.
When you look at the shit like that, bro, when you look at it like that and you look at these other nationalities who actually have suicidal bombers and shit, that's when you start thinking about what the fuck they was thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, they was willing to die for what the fuck they understood America stood for. Like, that, from their country's perspective, America was a bad, evil country. So these motherfuckers naturally they ended up actually developing people that was their whole sole mission in life was to try to dent America's armor. You know what I'm saying? They was just trying to pierce America's armor. So you get a bunch of them together and you come up with the Taliban. You come up with these other motherfucking crusade groups they tell you about. But like, when you really think about it in that spectrum, bro, like that's what a terrorist is. When you realize that the government ain't going the way you like it, and you go against it, and then you build a basically an organization around that idea or that thought process. That's what a terrorist organization is, bro. That's what they're gonna be starting to label us, bro. So that's what we really got to be prepared for. But you're right. Us worrying about the physical ain't really where we need to be focused at. We got to be focused on multiplying our motherfucking mentality through the people that's here, that's gonna live through that shit after us. That's what we also got to worry about. We got to understand about the each one teach one. We got to really do. We really do got to pass the buck. What's the point in us becoming conscious and just dying, and the next generation having to live their whole damn life just to understand what we figured out? You know what I'm saying? It's our job. It's our job to share this shit as we go. Yeah. So I think we all doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest, we on the right track.
I feel like it too, because we speaking it in the ether, and it's going. Everybody getting it, whether they hear it now or not, because we all connected, man. That's what nobody really want to admit to, but it's gotta be.
Trigger alluded to it. Q4I alludes to it. If a group of people are going to spend centuries in the amount of money and energy that they had to divide the people, that's got to tell you something. We know the answer. It's the unity. It's coming together, breaking through all of the isms, the titles, the slurs, and just becoming the one people again. They know this. How long does it take before we figure it out?
Yep. And you know why it's so hard for them to manage a fucking civilization that's completely united? You know why it's so hard? You know, you ever tried to go into a classroom that looked like that's many different people in that classroom, but that whole classroom is actually one entity with many faces?